Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us for Storytime with Bobsheaux Live. Sorry about the technical difficulties there, but you know, it's always something, isn't it? But the important thing is, we are here.
Am I frozen?
I think you might be. Let me just go ahead and try something here real quick. If I turn that off and turn you on again, did that do it? Turn your camera on and off again. And she is unfrozen! Once again, we say, hooray! So how we all doing? Woo.
Hello.
Hello. I'm doing well, Nikos. Nice to see you.
Why don't I do this at my house with a green screen? Well, first I'm going to retrieve my lighter. Secondly, the reason I don't do it at home is because I have my son there, and it's really not fair to ask him to be quiet for 4 or 5 hours. And I have noisy, screamy neighbors, and it's just not a good deal.
And the cats. We can't forget them.
Yes, my cats are noisy too.
Mama! 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 Love! Love! Me want cuddles! Mama!
They sit outside my bedroom and go, "Let us in! We are cold and lost."
Why has she forsaken us? Nice seeing you as well, Melissa. And Ian Denham, hello. Hello, Grace and Maya. Nice to see you guys as always. Anything Cow? Hey, Bobsheaux, love your videos. My first video was a movie review of Alpha and Omega. Your videos are great, and I'd love to see more of your videos. Oh, well, thank you very much. And yes, Quentin Bill, you are absolutely right. Raven was, in fact, frozen today.
But not in the best way. If I was, it would be cooler.
Yes, this is true. Gotta get a cryo gun like what was in that movie. And that...
Harry Parker just stopping by to say hi and thank you for all your great reviews.
And thank you for coming by, if only just to say hello. But yes, it is very hot today, so much so that I feel like dressing up as Santa Claus and singing in the sand.
What?
Oh, I've got to show somebody Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny.
No!
Oh, will someone set me free? Yeah, hands down one of the worst, if not the worst, Christmas movie ever made.
Hi, Mario fan. Thank you.
Yes, Raven is a goddess, isn't she? That is her title. And here's one on the house for Grace Starks. What
does that mean?
Oh, that's the Ice Cream Bunny laugh. Nine the Middleman asks, favorite anthro character in a work of fiction? I'm dating her.
What?
Raven is Zigzag from Sabrina Online.
This is true.
Nico says, Bobsheaux, you need more subscribers. Yes, I do. And that's on you guys. I can only make the content, but it's up to you guys to share my videos and spread me around.
Spread you around.
Oh, yeah.
Like a disease.
The Pretzel 2 says, at Bobsheaux and Raven Fox, did I mention the trip I went on to Iowa? If not, I did make it alright, and the place I went was beautiful. It was to Iowa's highest spot. Sounds lovely. I don't know Iowa, but if you say it's beautiful, I will take your word for it. Who do I think is the worst Disney character? Asks Sean Marcy. Good question. I'm not sure. I might have seen it just today.
What was the question?
Who do I think is the worst Disney character?
That wasn't Disney, was it?
It was Disney.
Oh, it was.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Disney Plus
Don't say
original.
anything. Don't say anything. Oh, I'm so disappointed.
I can't say anything, but apparently Raven agrees.
It was so bad, man. It was so bad, I just blocked it out, the fact that it was Disney.
I heard some very non-specific things, but I was kind of hopeful when I saw who the director was. But that didn't work out.
But don't give away, because we are gonna review
Yes,
it.
we are. We gotta. We
We've already started
gotta.
the notes.
Yeah.
In the middle of lunch, it's like, go just write it down. Just write it down.
This was supposed to be a leisure movie. We were gonna review this, but then it just demanded to be reviewed. And yes, the both of us need to review this. Sometimes some reviews are more Raven heavy than others. Sometimes she's just there to pop in with an occasional joke. No, she has to give more or less equal parts amount of insight than I do. Oh, such disappointment. I love it.
Ain't right.
It's not right. Oh, so many good suggestions already.
Don't start reading them or I quit.
I'm not reading them. I'm just saying we got some good ones.
Yes, Pretzel, I did see your tag. Yes, it will. Pretzel sponsored a post, and I will tell you, and he has specifically, for good reason, requested the Wally sponsored post thing because all of his voices are from Wally.
Aha, very good. Uh-oh, you're frozen again.
Oh, come on! Do
Hmm.
I have to restart my computer?
I hope not. Turning off and on again. Come on. And she is back.
Okay, you keep having me turn my camera on and off, and it's my real picture up there in the thing.
And it's not being seen. I'm
Okay.
being quick to turn off the
Gotcha.
the
I
little
can
window
see
here.
it over Skype, but they can't see it on YouTube. Okay.
right, exactly.
Gotcha. So I've already seen some requests for some movie scenes.
Oh yes.
Yes. So we should probably come up with how we're going to do that.
Why don't you name them to me? And while you are still gathering names, I will take a minute to look up the transcript for that scene.
But you have them available for quick looking up so we don't have to watch you fiddle with your phone for too long.
I can be very quick about it, yes.
I told you to have them at the ready.
Well, what scenes are you seeing?
I gave you a whole list to choose from.
Sorry, you say we have a list of things. I thought you were talking about things that people in chat have been asking for.
Yes, but you don't want to have a gazillion different scenes and having to spend all the time finding them. So we were going to have some that they could choose from.
We're still working out the kinks of this process, yes. I have scripts prepared for the duel between the six-fingered man from The Princess Bride, like last time. That was a good one. We also have the I Am Your Father scene from Empire Strikes Back. And we're going to be building up more of these scripts to choose from here, but we also have... what else do we have? I forget. I got two others for us to play with. Ha! That's right. We also have the famous You Are a Toy scene from Toy Story. Good little back and forth dialogue in that one. And to top it all, oh, hi, Mark. So, lots of fun with those scenes. And,
I did not hear which ones they were.
what was that?
I guess I need to write them down or something.
You didn't hear him?
What?
Sorry, did you not hear what I said?
No, I was getting chat suggestions and sponsored posts and everything.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm hot and getting cranky already. What scenes do you have?
There is the climactic duel with the six-fingered man in Princess Bride. There is the I Am Your Father scene from Empire. There's Woody and Buzz arguing over how he's in fact a toy. You are a toy! And from the room, oh, hi, Mark.
How many voices does that you take?
2 each. Nothing too extensive.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be stretching myself too thinly. Spreading myself too thinly. Stretching myself too far. I'm getting my idioms all mixed up.
Are there any scenes we could do with Joker and Batman in various places?
I could quickly...
There'll be 5 to choose from.
I will look up the scene of the final dialogue between them in The Killing Joke.
Is that a comic book?
It was a comic book that was later adapted into a direct-to-DVD animated film. With mixed results.
Well, that's not really an iconic scene then, is it?
Oh, it's pretty iconic. Let's see. Yeah, here we go.
I don't know if what... Okay.
You don't know what?
I've got sponsored post with no voice suggestion. You know what? I'll be right back.
Oh, what's going on?
I just need a minute.
I'm sorry, baby. Come back to us soon. Yeah, it's up to me to keep you guys entertained until Raven comes back. So you'll just have to make do with me. Just give me a moment while I look up.
I won't be long.
Thank you. Maybe just give me a moment to see what I can find here. Come on, is this it? Oh, that's not written very well, is it? Scrolling all the way to the bottom. There it is. Alright, so we got that. And in the meantime, I'm going back to the chat to see what's going on. That is very true, Ignacio's third studio. We are still all in this together. E. Garcia asks, did I go to the Alpha and Omega Great Wolf Games review where Claudette spoke a different language? I'm afraid that's over my head. And my lady is back. How you doing?
I am hot, and I've been grumpy all day. I know that will change, but right now, I'm just grumpy.
Hello.
And there's a
I'm
minion
sorry.
to say hello to you. Because the minion's with you. Which reminds me, we still gotta get Raven a sexy Gru costume.
Totally. Sexy girl Gru.
Sexy girl Gru. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna ask you to kiss me back like that, but there you go. I'm trying not to frustrate you, I'm sorry. it's cold over here. We are both very envious of you, Nikos. Saw a really good suggestion. Can't say it, but I saw it.
By the way, on the sponsored post, just so you guys know, if you suggest multiple voices and he doesn't know one or two of them, then that's just the way it is. He'll do the other ones that he knows. If you suggest one voice that he doesn't know, then you pick another one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You'll have to pardon me while I share a Potter Puppet Pals Snape moment with all of you. I was doing my work uniform for my pizza job, and I tossed in my ball cap with that, and the button on top of the hat fell off, and I've been missing it for like almost a week. But then I'm kicking over my laundry hamper earlier today, and then poof, here it is. Oh, Button, where have you gone, little Button? Got it.
Okay, so far for sponsored posts, I have the Pretzel, Mario Fan, Gabe, Colin, Ben, Ian, and Tom Jackson. And Tom Jackson, who we still have had absolutely no time to watch, has been Hotel, so he will not be able to do those voices. Thank you for the suggestion, though. The sponsored post, there's several in there I know he'll know.
Sorry, we're too busy watching garbage. And we are having so much fun with the voted video, aren't we? I should stop talking while you're grumpy.
Oh, the vote. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can't say anything.
Can't say anything, and I shouldn't say anything, not when you're all grumpy pants.
Yeah, this is not the time.
It is not the time. This is Bobsheaux quietly retreating. Like a little demon during the stiff hop. Oh, I really stepped in it with the storyteller, didn't I?
Still got people explaining to you since you obviously didn't understand. You just don't get it.
No, I don't. And I think that's a problem. Why should I need it explained? Isn't the point of a storyteller supposed to explain the story to us? We have the dog who's occasionally popping a question here and there. Like, wait a minute, why did this person do this and that? Isn't he supposed to be acting for the audience? Well, wait a minute, what's the point of that story? I don't get it. Well, you see, my little friend, the point of that story was because of this, that, and the other. Isn't that the point? I'm telling the story to you, and if you don't understand it, then I'm explaining what the point is, so maybe you do. Oh, but he could have changed. He could have reformed with the... now that the giant got his heart back? Ah, yes, and indeed he would have.
Diablo sponsored a post to say that he sent us a book and a movie that you'll see them on Tuesday.
Aha!
Thank you.
And I'm doing better to be more up-to-date with my unboxing. I'm not perfect, but I'm doing better, that's the point. I am entirely caught up, save for one package, which I still have to go and fetch. You may make fun of me, Raven, I deserve it.
Too out of it.
Uh-oh, is she sleepy?
I'm not sure, Anthony. Anthony says he can't sponsor a post. You've done it before. I'm not sure. Maybe try restarting your app if you're on your phone, restarting your web browser if you're on your computer.
Do that. Do that. I tried to sponsor a post on Razorblade's latest stream, actually, and it wasn't working. But I turned it off, and it came right back in, and that seemed to work. So, give that a go. Ben says, we've been reading fairy tales for weeks now. We all know that they are weird and terrible.
That's okay. After the fairy tales and Wizard of Oz, what's next, honey?
Something which I'm told is so much better than their film counterparts.
Everybody said he just needed to read the books, so Grace is making him read the books.
Yes. Once we are finished with The Marvelous Land of Oz, and whatever stories are read up to that point with Grimm, then we are going to be moving on to Descendants. The Isle of the Lost series.
Then you'll understand what a great show it is. Franchise.
I just have to find the right sushi place, right?
I love sushi. I'm seeking good vegetarian sushi.
I'm sorry, I forgot that you like sushi. That's another thing with which we don't mesh.
Grace would like to inform Disney that we want dino buddies, pirate buddies, spy buddies, magic buddies, steampunk buddies,
No!
musical buddies, and time buddies.
No! And actually, I'm pretty sure that Spy Buddies is a thing, even if they don't call it that exactly. But no! Damn it, Grace, no!
Home Cruise says there was an announcement of Dark Crystal Season 2 tonight. Did they say when it was to be released?
Not soon enough. Never soon enough.
I'm excited.
And so is Deet.
No! Oh, that's horrible! Horrible!
It's funny.
Hey, I was just reading it. I wasn't giving anybody ideas. I'm just the messenger that likes to see Bobsheaux suffer.
And that's my working theory. There has to be somebody working at Disney pumping out these Buddies movies just to piss me off. Just because they're fans of my show when they think, ooh, we gotta give this guy more stuff to look at. More Buddies! More talking monkeys!
Oh no, he's not my manservant. Mario fans sponsored a post to say, "Hail Arl's goddess Raven and her manservant Bobsheaux." No.
I don't know. It depends.
Not really our dynamic.
I don't know. It depends what we're in the mood for.
Let's keep this family friendly.
And there's the "Shut up, Rob" face. Oh God!
Band.
MAGA Buddies.
Band.
Oops, wrong one. There it is.
Don't give him my cute minion.
What?
Don't you give him my cute minion.
That was an accident. I'm still learning all the buttons here.
Shame.
We're gonna make puppies great again.
Oh God.
We're gonna build a kennel and make the cats pay for it.
Oh, you. Awful.
And you love me. And because everyone demands it.
Family approved.
Family approved, I love it.
Are we ready to get started?
I think we're ready if you are. And noted.
Bobsheaux, have you ever read Percy Jackson?
I have not.
My 16-year... Okay, when my kids were not very little, they were both teenagers, or at least the oldest one was a teenager. I read my entire family, chapter by chapter, all of the Harry Potter books. And it was just a really fun bonding experience. I mean, they were well able to read for themselves. Usually you don't read bedtime stories to teenagers, but I would read a chapter or two every night.
And that's really sweet.
And they really liked it. And recently my almost 17-year-old son has requested that I start the Percy Jackson books. So
cool.
Yeah, my baby.
My baby. But no, I have not read Percy Jackson. I've only seen the first movie. There are other movies out now, right? I know that's a series of books, but I don't know if they got past the first movie. I think they did. But didn't leave that big of an impression on me. So, you know, it is what it is. But yes, I think I am ready to start this party if you are, baby.
I am ready.
Alright. Okay, so we are once again cracking open the marvelous land of Oz. Chapter 13.
Your computer is so laggy.
My computer is so laggy.
Yes. Skype is lagging really badly.
Do I need to restart and call you back?
How many other windows do you have open?
Well, I don't...
Do you have Premiere open?
I don't have Premiere open, but I'm worried that the issue might be on your end, because I'm seeing myself in the chat here, and everything's looking perfectly smooth.
Okay. Well, I think the easiest thing is, before we get started, for me to restart my computer.
That might have to be the way that we go.
Alright, sorry guys, I will be back as quickly as I can.
I'm sorry, everybody. In the meantime, I will try to find some way to entertain you guys here. Let me just go ahead and mark my book to where we were. And, yeah. So, let's see. How smooth? Looks pretty smooth. It looks perfectly fluid on my end here. But yeah, let's go ahead and shut that off for the time being. In the meantime, I'll just chat with you guys here myself. Let's see. Yes, Nine the Middleman. I'm using Premiere. That is my editing tool of choice. I am not having it open right now because, as has been observed, it takes up a lot of RAM as I'm using it, and that's going to cut into pretty much anything that I do, whether it's watching a movie with Raven or streaming with you guys. So while I'm doing that, that's got to be off. Do I think Raven needs a new computer? No idea. I wouldn't know how effective that would be, Colin. The computer that I'm using is like pushing 5 years old, and it's still working perfectly fine, clearly. Raven McBain says, I'm happy for once YouTube is behaving for me. That is wonderful. It's always good when YouTube acts like it's supposed to, right? So do you guys want to talk about Spy Buddies? Not really. Spy Buddies is horrible. Hello, Taranga. Nice to see you. I think you said you were going to be showing up a little bit later, didn't you? And here you are. Nice to see you in chat. Megan Willard asks if I ever saw Robots in Disguise 2015. Which is apparently a sequel to Transformers Prime. I saw a little bit of it, but because I didn't see it from the very beginning, I was kind of confused. Didn't have too much of a desire to carry on, since it didn't look at all like the Prime that we all know and love. Really? This looks like we're going backwards. But, yeah. No, Omega, we are not moving to a different stream. We are simply waiting for Raven to reboot her computer since she was having issues. Apparently she was seeing a whole lot of lag on her end. And from what I can see on my phone here, it's not just me looking at my computer screen here, which is perfectly fluid. Everything is just fine on the little tiny YouTube screen here on my phone. So I don't think it's me. It looks like it would be her. So she's just rebooting real quick, and she'll be back in a minute. Ah! And Anthony Watson, I see that you were able to do a sponsor post like you wanted to. Go ahead and throw a voice suggestion at Raven when she comes back in. That'll be great. Ah! And Raven is talking to us on her phone. Hi, baby. Grace asks, can you believe Disney is actually streaming Hamilton on Disney+? Bad flashbacks for theater class intensifying. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that, only because I have no idea what all the hype is about. Yes, I know it's the biggest musical in the world right now, but I haven't seen anything about it, and I don't get why. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Quentin Breakville asks, have I ever played any of the Elder Scrolls games? Skyrim is one of those games. You'll have to forgive me, but I am no gamer. While everyone else is itching to get their hands on a PS5, here I am still playing on my Super Nintendo whenever I can. Although I am a big fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd games. Just going around shooting all the crap he's reviewed. Genius. Black Kid says, I got more movie ideas for you. Bobsheaux and the Buddies movie. No! No! I will not make a Bobsheaux and the Buddies movie. No! Horrible. Stop it. Don't. Oh, God. Have you ever watched a video by Overly Sarcastic Productions? I'm afraid not. Don't know them. But Overly Sarcastic. Gonna have to jot a note in there to get that down. Have I seen Rob Bakshi movies? I have. Not a fan. Sorry, they just rubbed me the wrong way. Have I heard of We Singdom, the We Sings version of the MCU or Smash Brothers Ultimate? What? What, the We Sing movies have their own extended universe or something? That is bizarre. Nine the Middleman asks if I've been watching the Harley Quinn animated show. I started watching it, or the first episode with Raven, and that's all that we needed. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter, because again, I can't talk about things that I may or may not review, but, you know, just saying. A little bit of it was seen. That's all I'm saying. What was that? Am I getting a notification here? Nope, just a notification that someone who I follow has just put up a new video. Well, never mind. We'll have to watch that later, won't we? I have an idea, says Claire Carey. What if us, your fans, make you a bad film so bad that you'll have to review it? Then I guess I would have to. Which reminds me, somebody else did send me a DVD full of their own movies that they made just for the sake of me reviewing them, and that is very touching that my fans would do that they would subject their own material that they made themselves for me to look at and possibly make fun of. Of course, I want to be constructive in what I'm saying. You guys are fledgling filmmakers. I want to help build you up, as well as pointing out where some things might be improved upon. That can't be avoided. But, wow, you guys are coming to me for advice. That is amazing. And the same thing just happened this last month with Indie Comic Month. I got some comics that were published by my own fans, and that kind of opened the floodgates to some other comics that I've been getting recently in the mail. Things that you guys have sent me, or things that you guys have made. And that is amazing. I'm definitely going to have to revisit those. But you guys want to make me a movie? Of course, therein lies the question, how bad are we talking here? Is it going to be, like, legitimately bad, like you guys are trying to do something good? Or is it intentionally bad because you just want it to be that funny? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Yes, let's make a spy. Let's make spy buddies a thing, says Claire again. And Raven just got back to me, and she says that she is ready. Go ahead and call her real quick. Dum 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 dum. Calling her. Hello. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. I hear her microphone working.
Camera.
Hello.
Was I that far over before? I bumped my camera.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, my hair's a mess.
Oh, your hair is not a mess. You are gorgeous. Shut up.
My hair is a mess.
Will you stop?
You haven't shared screens yet, right?
I have not, because Skype is still booting up a bit. I am sharing screens now. And I am turning your video back on. And we should be seeing her now. Except we're not.
You have a gazillion windows open.
I do not have a gazillion windows open. I got
You
some
do.
windows
You
open.
have at least 12 things running.
Not enough to mess things up on my end.
Close some of it down. You've got to be causing part of the lag.
Oh, fine.
It has to be making Skype not behave itself. Because you're laggy as hell for me. Close down those streaming windows.
Oh, fine.
You can find where you are later.
Meh.
Ugh.
I love you. And yeah, here we go.
How many more are there?
There, we're done.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Made me restart my computer, and the reason that it was having problems is because Skype was lagging because you had too much open on your computer. Now, your OBS may not be lagging, but Skype sure was.
Skype, you're dumb. Stop being dumb.
Been dumb the entire time we've been together, baby. I don't think it's gonna quit.
Yeah, for some reason, my when my dad first watched the review for Beauty and the Beast, he thought that joke about you knowing astral projection was especially funny. We've been talking on Skype for the last 5 years, and you astral projection all this time. Hey, give me a break. I'm still learning here.
You know, there are still people posting on there that, well, if she astrally projected, then how did she get the baby rattle and all that? I figured it out by the end of the review, guys.
We figured it out mid-review. That was the joke. And it was such a good theory too. If the beast is using if beast is using astral projection to travel to all these different parts of the world, then it's kind of a cruel tease that he can't actually visit these places. He can see them, but he can't go there. He can't reach out to anybody. But if he can, that's only going to infinitesimally open up his chances of finding love and lifting the curse. Or, at least retire somewhere nicer. Is there no reason why he couldn't live out the rest of his beastly days in Hawaii or something?
I forgot to put on choker.
What?
I forgot to put on choker.
And because my lady is a
Feel
perfectionist,
naked without my choker.
we'll go ahead and do that. I think she's beautiful anyway. But she fights me at every moment that I say that. Why does my boyfriend have to think I'm pretty? Gah. She's gorgeous.
No!
Yes!
Would you behave? We gotta get started. We are very late.
Yes, sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody, but we are back on track.
Okay. I'm going through really quick the sponsored posts that I have down.
The latest of which was from Archer Slam Bam saying that it's his birthday. Hello, Archer. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's all back. I'm going, why can't I go back any farther? Because I was on top chat. Well, it still won't let me go back any farther as far as I need to go. Okay, this sucks.
I'm sorry. What's the last one you have?
Well, yeah, I just saw Archer's. Okay, what I have is Pretzel, Mario Fan, Gabe, Colin, Ben, Ian, Tom Jackson, and now Archer.
Let me see if there's a way to...
If I have missed you, let me know.
Yes, but until then, let us continue on with the show. Raven, how much will you pay for our bad film? They want to make me a bad movie, baby. Help.
What?
Some of the people in chat want to make a bad movie for me to review.
There are plenty out there. Don't make bad movies on purpose.
I love you guys.
Bobsheaux made all the little animations.
I have to pee.
Like that one. No jumping the gun with that one. Gotta save it.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready. What are we starting with?
We are starting with a sponsored post that requires the Wall-E, because all the voices are from Wall-E.
Very good. Starting with who?
Did you do it?
Oh, sorry. That's what you're going for. Your boyfriend's kind of thick.
You're going to be a problem tonight, aren't you? You're going to have trouble with you. I can already tell.
Oh, you love it.
No. First one is Mo.
A highly magnified history.
It is but honest that I should acknowledge at the beginning of my recital that I was born an ordinary wogglebug, began the creature in a frank and friendly tone. No, knowing no better, I use my arms as well as my legs for walking, and crawled under the edges of stones or hid among the roots of grasses, with no thought beyond finding a few insects smaller than myself to feed upon.
I love Wall-E. It's one of my
Mo?
favorite movies. It really is.
Too cute.
Otto?
Otto.
Who's Otto?
Otto was the autopilot.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He sounded like a Saint robot from Short Circuit. The chill nights rendered me stiff and motionless, for I wore no clothing, but each morning the warm rays of the sun gave me new life and restored me to activity. A horrible existence is this, but you must remember, it is the regular ordained existence of quadrubugs, as well as many other tiny creatures that inhabit the earth. I am a tiny bug. Fear me.
Eva.
Eve.
He's so cute.
But destiny had singled me out, humble though I was, for a grander fate. One day I crawled near to a country schoolhouse, and my curiosity being excited by the monotonous hum of the students within, I made bold to enter and creep along a crack between two boards until I reached the far end, where, in front of a hearth of glowing embers, sat the master at his desk. Next.
And finally, Wall-E.
No one noticed so small a creature as a wogglebug, and when I found that the hearth was even warmer and more comfortable than sunshine, I resolved to establish my future home beside it. So I found a charming nest between 2 bricks and hid myself therein for many, many months. Wow, while I'm doing complete sentences is weird. Oop. You said while jittering the camera.
Earthquake!
Ah. Next.
Hang on, that's very specific. Circles. Got it.
What about circles?
You'll find out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's 9. That's 9. Yeah, not right. Okay. Can't count. Next is from the chat. We begin with Merida.
Professor Know-It-All is doubtless the most famous scholar in the land of Oz, and after a few days I began to listen to the creatures and discourses he gave his pupils. Not one of them was more attentive than the humble, unnoticed Wogglebug, and I acquired in this way a fund of knowledge that I will myself confess is simply marvellous. That is why I place T.E., thoroughly educated, upon me cards, for my greatest pride lies in the fact that the world cannot produce another Wogglebug with a 10th part my own culture and erudition. That Wogglebug changed his feet. Next.
That was Merida.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I'm going to take this moment to remind everybody that you can sponsor a post or make some in chat, although I don't know how many I'm going to be able to choose from chat. But the scenes. He's going to be doing some famous scenes.
Yes.
Between 2 voices, so you'll have to choose 2 voices for these. The Princess Bride duel between the Six-Fingered Man and Inigo Montoya.
Mm-hmm. Always a classic.
The Star Trek, Star Wars, I Am Your Father scene. Woody and Buzz, You Are a Toy. High Mark from The Room. And the Batman and Joker scene from The Killing Joke.
Yes, the final confrontation.
The final confrontation, yeah, whatever that means. I've never seen it. So, yeah. If you want to choose from one of those and pick 2 voices to be done in, we can do that too. Just to remind you. Okay,
Throw that out there.
Your next assignment, whether you choose
Should I choose to accept it?
You don't get to choose. In honor of Joel Schumacher, Mario fan. What in the heck? I didn't click on that. Samantha B is always trying to mess me up. Her live streams. Mario fans requested that you do Jim Carrey's The Riddler.
Can do. Let's see. I do not blame you, said the Scarecrow. Education is a thing to be proud of. I educated myself. The mess of brains given me by the Great Wizard is considered by my friends to be unexcelled. Yes, it is something that the Riddler would say, wouldn't it? or isn't it? Nevertheless, interrupted the Tin Woodman, a good heart is, I believe, much more desirable than education or brains. To me, said the Sawhorse, a good leg is more desirable than either. Could seeds be considered in the light of brains? Inquired the Pumpkinhead abruptly. Jack, go home, okay? You're adding nothing. Next.
Next is from the chat, Fozzie Bear.
Ah!
Keep quiet, commanded Pip sternly. Very well, dear father, answered the obedient Jack. The Wogglebug listened patiently, even respectfully, to these remarks, and then resumed his story. I must have lived fully 3 years in that secluded schoolhouse hearth, said he, drinking thirstily of the ever-flowing fount of limpid knowledge before me. Ah!
Next.
Next is a sponsored post from Gabe, beginning with Phalus as Cool Cat.
Phalus is Cool Cat. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Quite political, commented the Scarecrow, nodding his head approvingly. But one day, continued the Bug, a marvelous circumstance occurred that altered my very existence and brought me to my present pinnacle of greatness. Exquisite! The professor discovered me in the act of crawling across the hearth, and before I could escape, he got me between his thumb and forefinger.
Raven McBain says, I keep getting confused and wondering why Jack Skellington is there, only to remember that it's Jack Pumpkinhead.
Jack Pumpkinhead is his country cousin.
Alright, next in that sponsored post is Cade Yeager.
Pass.
TJ Miller.
Pass, sorry.
Patrick Stewart.
Okay, that finally someone I can actually do. My dear children, said he, I have captured a wogglebug, a very rare and interesting specimen. Do any of you know what a wogglebug is? No, yelled the scholars in chorus. Then, said the professor, I will get out my famous magnifying glass and throw the insect upon a screen in a highly magnified condition, that you may all study carefully its peculiar construction and become acquainted with its habits and manner of life. Make it so, said the students. Next.
Okay, next in there is three different voices from the Storyteller Tales.
Uh-oh.
You choose.
I was gonna say, my choice or something in particular, but okay. Three voices. Let's see. I can start with the storyteller for sure. I got him going down. Then he brought from a cupboard a most curious instrument, and before I could realize what had happened, I found myself thrown upon a screen in a highly magnified state, even as you now behold me. The students stood up on their roots and craned their head forward to get a better view of me, and
I think that's my favorite.
I love that one too. And two little girls jumped upon the sill of an open window, where they could see me more plainly. And let's see, third voice. Fear not.
Sure. God, I hated that story.
Sorry, was he afraid of her dying? Because I didn't catch that.
Yes, that's what it was. Once he learned her name, he was already in love with her because, you know, what else is there? She was pretty and he found out her name and then she might have been dying or something and he thought she might die and so he shuddered and she came back to life.
Didn't catch that at all. Behold, cried the professor in a loud voice, this highly magnified wogglebug, one of the most curious insects in existence. I shuddered!
Grace, he's gonna get so aggravated with you. Okay. Next is Donald Trump performing Megatron. Megatron performed by Donald Trump.
What?
Because Gabe wants to be banned.
There you go.
Being thoroughly educated and knowing what is required of a cultured gentleman. Wow, this is coming a lot better than I thought. At this juncture, I stood upright and placing my hand upon my bosom, made a very polite bow. My action, being unexpected, must have startled them, for one of the little girls perched upon the windowsill gave a scream and fell backward out the window, drawing her companion with her as she disappeared.
No.
I'm making this reading so great.
I think we're gonna have to ban that voice. And I think you know, for the good of the nation. Nobody wants to hear that.
I don't think that's true. Well, sponsored post.
Oh, I meant on a wider scale.
Just giving the people what they want.
Uh-huh. And finally, for Gabe's sponsored post, he would like for you to do the voice of Bobsheaux becoming the Hulk.
Okay.
Take it away, Hulk Show.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to turn off my camera for a moment.
What are you gonna do?
I can't do that. I can't do that just yet because I would need to see myself anyway. So that's not going to work. Okay. Help me remember this for after we're done here, sweetheart. I need to make a separate video source of myself here turning green.
With your clothes falling off?
No. I keep my clothes, but
Damn.
oh yeah. Now who's making it not family approved?
Sorry. Pardon me.
Yes, but uh-oh, where's she going?
Not far.
But I need to. It's Gabe. He's gonna make this request again in the future, I'm sure. I need to make a video of myself where I'm green for me to transform into. Just a little click here, and I'm green. But Bobsheaux turning into the Hulk. Here we go.
You didn't do my graphic. You didn't do my graphic.
I think I did do this graphic. Or are you talking about something else?
Family approved.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me do it right in the microphone. Maybe he'll get the hint.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm just a unicorn with a bubble pipe.
Just bubbling. Sorry, too many fun graphics. I lose track.
All right, Hulk Show, take it away.
Ugh. The professor uttered a cry of horror and rushed away through the door to see if the poor children were injured by the fall. The scholars followed after him in a wild mob, and I was left alone in the schoolroom, still in a highly magnified state and free to do as I pleased. Woggle Bug Smash!
Yay, that's good.
Thank you. What we got next?
Next is from the chat, Angry Grover.
Angry Grover.
Angry Grover.
It immediately occurred to me that this was a good opportunity to escape. I was proud of my great size, and I realized that now I could safely travel anywhere in the world. While my superior culture would make me fit to associate for the most learned person I have a chance to meet. Nice to meet you! I would associate with you now! Ah!
Angry Grover.
Next.
Oh. I have actually only heard Angry Bobsheaux one time, and that was freaking terrifying. And it wasn't at me.
What was that again?
You were working at the other place for the other person, and you were sick, and they wanted you to go to urgent care to get a doctor's excuse when they've never asked you for that before, just to fuck with you.
Never.
I like
Keep it family approved.
So sorry.
But
yes,
Yeah.
I heard that one time. He got off the phone and then almost ate the phone. So I never want to experience that again. That was terrifying.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that was Angry Grover. So the next is a sponsored post from Colin.
Hello, Colin.
And I don't know who MCP is.
I saw that post. MCP is a character from Tron. Don't remember what he sounds like. So.
All right, Colin, clarify, please. So the next will be the sponsored post from Ben.
Woohoo!
Would like you to do annoyed, strong, sad, being forced to play the role of Butch the Bully.
How do you people come up with these things? Annoyed, strong, sad, being forced into doing
Ben.
Butch the Ben. I didn't know.
Strange ways.
Okay. Let's see. So while the professor picked up the little girls who were more frightened than hurt off the ground, and the pupils clustered around them closely grouped, I calmly walked out of the schoolhouse, turned a corner, and escaped unnoticed into a grove of trees that stood near. Wow, Strong Sad doing Butch the Bully sounds a lot like Strong Sad doing Homestyle 1. Oh god,
Oh.
what's that face about?
Colin just gave the alternative to MCP as Tron.
I forget, was this a chat request or a sponsored post? Gotta do it then, don't we? What is it?
But we're on Ben's sponsored post and it's not finished.
Oh, we're all done here now. I was just noting how funny it is that Strong Sad trying to sound like Butch the Bully just kind of ends up sounding like Strong Sad trying to do Homestyle 1.
And original Gypsy Drunk.
Original Gypsy Drunk. And you're frozen again. Wow. Hang on. Getting her back. Getting her back. There she is. Okay. Sorry about that. Original Gypsy Drunk. Wonderful! Exclaimed the Pumpkinhead admiringly. It was indeed! Agreed the Wogglebug. I have never ceased to congratulate myself for escaping while I was highly magnified, for even my excessive knowledge would have proved of little use to me had I remained a tiny, insignificant insect. I didn't know before, said Tip, looking at the Wogglebug with a puzzled expression, that insects wore clothes.
Okay, I have a request from the chat.
Yes.
Then we'll do Colin's thing.
Okay.
Request from the chat that I am modifying slightly. I would like you to perform the Woody and Buzz You're a Toy scene with Jerome versus Ledger Joker.
Okay, we're going to pause here so we can do that.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Adorable Nurse and I worked together on that one. She was suggesting sexy Jerome versus sexy Heath Ledger, I think. I remember that's what it was. But I have decided, in my benevolent wisdom, to turn it into a scene.
Always adorable nurse. According to my Nava computer, shut up. Shut up, you idiot. Sheriff, this is no time to panic. This is the perfect time to panic. I'm lost. Andy is gone. They're gonna move out of their house in 2 days. And it's all your fault. My fault! My fault. If you hadn't shoved me out of that window in the first place. Oh, yeah? Well, if you hadn't shown up in your stupid little cardboard spaceship and taken away everything that was important to me,
Don't talk to me about importance!
Because of you, the security of this entire universe is in jeopardy! What? What are you talking about?
My face hurts.
I'm sorry.
This is so good.
Right now, poised at the edge of the galaxy, Emperor Zurg is secretly building a weapon with the destructive capacity to annihilate an entire planet. I alone have information that reveals his weapon's only weakness. And you, my friend, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Command. You are a toy! You're not the real Heath Ledger, you're a clown! You are a child's plaything! You are a sad, strange little man. You have my pity. Farewell.
Yay! That was brilliant. Oh my god, that was so good.
Yes, Heath Ledger and Jerome arguing. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Over one of them being a toy. Oh my god.
And one of them actually was a toy, and it was not Jerome, sadly enough. No action figures for Gotham. Moving on.
Give me one moment.
Yes.
Alright, then there was Colin's sponsored post.
Yes, what was this again?
Hot, sweaty, turned on Santa from the bunny. The
Santa,
what is it?
Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny.
Hot, sweaty, and turned on Santa.
Turned on Santa? Ew!
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nor do they in their natural state return the stranger, but in the course of my wanderings I had the good fortune to save the 9th life of a tailor. Tailors having like cats 9 lives, as you probably know. The fellow was exceedingly grateful, for had he lost that 9th life, it would have been the end of him. So he begged permission to furnish me with the stylish costume I now wear. It fits very nicely, does it not? As the Wogglebug stood up and turned himself around slowly, that all might examine his person.
Oh my god.
Oh, God, that was so bad it made Raven freeze again.
No.
What's going on here? I've closed down all the essentials. Got nothing here.
Close down the essentials? That may be the problem.
No, all but the essentials. I say all the essentials, all but the essentials. And she's back. Sorry about that. But yes, that was hot, sweaty, trying to be turned on Santa.
Ew.
Next.
Okay. Next is Skektek from the chat. That deserves a graphic.
Yes. Of course.
I love Hop.
I need to save your life, so... Love that.
He must have been a good tailor, said the Scarecrow somewhat enviously. He was a good-hearted tailor at any rate, observed Nick Chopper. But where were you going when you met us, Tip? Asked the Wogglebug. Nowhere in particular, was the reply. Although it is my intention soon to visit the Emerald City and arrange to give a course of lectures to select audiences on the advantages of magnification.
So yeah, just to make sure that I understand what happened here. This Professor Know-It-All found this little bug, put it in front of a screen, and put a magnifying glass in front of it, and that's enough to make him human-sized. Okay. Let's see, I think that's where they have Physics! There we go. Next.
Next is a sponsored post from Ian. He would like you to do Audrey.
We are bound for the Emerald City now, said the Tin Woodman. So, if it pleases you to do so, you are welcome to come in our company. The Wogglebug bowed with profound grace. It will give me great pleasure, said he, to accept your kind invitation, for nowhere in the land of Oz could I hope to meet with so congenial a company. Next.
Next is from the chat.
Uh-oh.
Jiminy Cricket, stiffer than your mister.
Oh dear. That is true, acknowledged the Pumpkinhead. We are quite as congenial as flies and honey. But pardon me if I seem inquisitive. Are you not all rather unusual?
Oh my god.
Asked the Wogglebug, looking from one to another with unconcealed interests.
Family approved.
Next.
Oh, that was from the chat. Next is Tom Jackson's sponsored post. First voice is Pin Juliet. Pin Gillette.
Penn Gillette. I can give him a try. Let's see. No more than yourself, answered the Scarecrow. Everything in life is unusual until you get accustomed to it. What rare philosophy! Exclaimed the Wogglebug admiringly. Yes, my brains are working well today, admitted the Scarecrow, an accent of pride in his voice. Then, if you are sufficiently rested and refreshed, let us bend our steps toward the Emerald City, suggested the magnified one. You're watching Comedy Central. Next.
Slade from Teen Titans.
Pass.
Daddy Derek performing the role of Johnny in The Room.
What the hell? We can't say, Tip. The sawhorse has broken a leg.
AKA Daddy was so.
What?
AKA Daddy was so.
Daddy was so. I love it. We can't say a Tip. The sawhorse has a broken leg, so he can't bend his steps. And there's no wood around to make a new limb from. And we can't leave the horse behind because the Pumpkinhead is so stiff in his joints that he has to ride. I don't know how to reconcile incredibly Southern and incredibly whatever was so is.
Incredibly was so. That's all you have to say.
So all I can do is just try to make Daddy Derek sound dumber.
That's hard.
Right? Next.
Next from the chat. Was it from the chat? Yes. Next from the chat, we have the storyteller.
How very unfortunate, cried the Wogglebug. Then he looked the party over and carefully said, If the Pumpkinhead is to ride, why not use one of his legs to make a leg for the horse that carries him? I judge that both are made of wood. Now that is what I call real cleverness, said the Scarecrow approvingly. I wonder how my brains did not think of that long ago. Get to work, my dear Nick, and fit the Pumpkinhead's leg to the sawhorse.
This is all becoming very morbid.
Uh-huh.
Next.
is the sponsored post from Archer Slam Bam. He would like you for his, I think he said it was for his birthday, but it's so far back I can't scroll back, so.
Happy birthday, Archer.
Happy birthday. Mark Hamill's Joker reading to the tune of Staying Alive.
What?
Mark Hamill's Joker reading to the tune of Staying Alive from the John Travolta thing.
Let no one say that I didn't try this. Let's see. Trying to think how the first verse goes.
Jack was not especially pleased with this idea, but he stumbled to having his left leg amputated by the Tin Woodman, and he went down to it. The left leg of the Sawhorse, nor was the Sawhorse especially pleased with the operation either.
For some reason, the only tune that I could think of was for Eye of the Tiger. I could not think of the tune to Staying Alive except the Staying Alive, Staying Alive. That's the only part that I could think of. Before it was rising up, straight to the top. Wait a minute, no, wrong song.
It's the Eye of the Tiger, it's the fear of the fight.
Next.
Happy birthday, Archer.
Happy birthday, we tried.
Okay. So this was a suggestion that I'm going to tweak a bit.
Yes.
We would like the I Am Your Father scene between Patty and Marcel.
Oh, Jesus. I am your father between Patty and Marcel.
Yes.
You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. You do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. Oh, he told me enough. He told me you killed him. Mais non. I am your papa. No. No, that's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings. You'll know it to be true. No. No.
Oh, dizzy. Oh, my head. I'm dying. It kills me.
It could have been worse.
What?
It could have been worse. You know it could have.
Oh, I know. I didn't know that Marcel and C-3PO had similar accents.
Patty and C-3PO,
Yeah,
but
Patty,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, they do sound very similar, don't they? And you know that works both ways because Vader is also C-3PO's father. No, I am your maker. No, that's not true. That's impossible. Search your databanks. You know it to be true. My word.
Oh, that was too good.
And when I was a child, I built C-3PO. Huh?
Alright, now for a sponsored post from Taranga.
Hooray!
Grandma Dottie from the Ookie Loves quite bubbled on her love for circles.
Oh my god. Cloris Leachman, what happened to you?
The same thing that happened to Christopher Lloyd.
God, that movie was embarrassing. Let's see. Trying to find where I was. Ah, yes.
Nor was the Sawhorse especially pleased with the operation either, for he growled a good deal about being butchered, as he called it, and afterward declared that the new leg was a disgrace to a respectable Sawhorse. And circles. I love circles, man. I beg you to be more careful in your speech, said the Pumpkinhead sharply. Remember, if you please, that it is my leg you are abusing with circles and spinning. And oh, how I love circles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Turanga.
Next.
Next is... Oh, that was a horrifying one, but it has to be done. From the chat. I don't know if we give them extra points or ban them. Maleficent Squeaky impersonating Donald Trump.
Maleficent Squeaky impersonating Donald Trump. Okay.
I cannot forget it, reported the Sawhorse, but it is quite flimsy as the rest of your person. Flimsy? Be flimsy? Cried Jack in a rage. How dare you call me flimsy? Because you are built as absurdly as a jumping jack, sneered the horse, rolling his naughty eyes in a vicious manner. Even your head won't stay straight, and you never can tell whether you are looking backwards or forward.
Next.
Things were getting better, and I just got a message from home. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the cow will be out of her medicine by tomorrow.
Hooray. We will deal with that tomorrow, sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry that happened. But we got this. We just...
What was the last thing you did?
That was Maleficent Squeaky doing Trump.
Yes.
And it's only
Okay.
like this.
Or something similar. I don't know.
Next is a sponsored post from Grace. Captain Schnook from Pirate Buddies.
I'm afraid we have not seen Pirate Buddies yet, so I don't know Captain Schnook.
I think you're supposed to give your impression of what a Captain Schnook from Pirate Buddies, because also Mr. Flea.
Oh my god, I thought that Pirate Buddies was a real movie. No, that's something that Grace just made up,
Not
because of
yet.
course it would be!
It will be. It can be. It could be. But no. So, Captain Hook from Pirate Buddies, Captain Schnook, and Mr. Flea.
I will get on that momentarily after you turn your camera back on because it froze again. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn it.
This is really annoying. I'm sorry. We will call this the Technical Difficulties episode. And she's back. Captain Schnook and Mr.
Captain Schnook
and Mr. Flea.
Mr. Flea.
Oh God. Ugh. Friends, I entreat you not to quarrel, pleaded the Tin Lordman anxiously. As a matter of fact, we are none of us above criticism, so let us bear with each other's faults. I'm suddenly imagining Captain Hook as played by a poodle.
But I thought all poodles were girls.
Captain Schnook is very confused.
Ah.
And let's see, Mr. Flea would have to be a little pug.
Why not a little a bulldog.
Either or. There it is.
An excellent suggestion, said the Wogglebug approvingly, but you must have an excellent heart, my metallic friend. I have, returned Nick, well pleased. My heart is quite the best part of me. But now, let us start upon our journey.
Next.
Next is... Oh, I have to get the sponsored post written down.
Oh, and this is the final voice for this chapter.
Yes. Gabe has to go to work, so he's got to leave after this, so we will do his sponsored post next.
Okay.
Beginning with Optimus Primal on a rampage.
Oh dear. They perched the one-legged pumpkin head upon the sawhorse and tied him to his seat with cords so that he could not possibly fall off. And then, following the lead of the Scarecrow, they all advanced in the direction of the Emerald City! Ah! Optimus...
Angry Daddy Derek turning into a wolf.
As we continue on into Chapter 14, Old Mombi indulges in witchcraft. Daddy Derek turning into a wolf, was that it?
Yep.
They soon discovered that the sawhorse limp for his new leg was a trifle too long, so they were obliged to halt while the Tin Woman chopped it down with his axe, after which the wooden steed paced along more comfortably, but the sawhorse was not entirely satisfied even yet! Werewolves of London!
Dinobot arguing with Rat Trap.
It was a shame that I broke my other leg, it growled. On the contrary, airily remarked the Wogglebug, who was walking alongside. You should have considered the accident most fortunate, for a horse is never of much use until he has been broken. I beg your pardon, said Tip, rather provoked, for he felt a rather interest in both the sawhorse and his man Jack. But permit me to say that your joke is a poor one, and as old as it is poor.
Next.
I didn't see the Gabe. I don't think I saw, unless he already did one of yours. Bayless, his cool cat, and all that, and Bobsheaux becoming a Hulk.
Yes.
If there was one in between that one and this one, I didn't get it written down.
Uh-oh.
With my freezing up and everything, it's just it's been hard to keep up with tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. I need to make a mental note for next time. Before every stream, restart. Just in case.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt.
No.
Droopy.
Droopy.
I like it.
Still, it is a joke, declared the Wogglebug firmly, and a joke derived from a play upon words is considered among educated people to be eminently proper. Being eminently proper makes me very mad. What does that mean? Inquired the Pumpkinhead stupidly.
Next.
Next is Lex Luthor.
Pass.
All right, the final one is a drunk Sam Witwicky.
God. It means, my dear friend, explained the Wogglebug, that our language contains many words having a double meaning, and that to pronounce a joke that allows both meanings of a certain word proves the joker a person of culture and refinement, who has moreover a thorough command of the language. No. Because Sam Witwicky.
I am bubbled and irritated and just everything, so I wasn't gonna right then, but so I'm just grabbing voice suggestions and sticking them together. I'm helping you guys out.
What do we have next?
Okay. From the chat with my help. We would like to hear the Princess Bride duel between Bob Ross and Bernie Sanders.
What?
It was just a throw. So I saw Bernie Sanders, I saw Bob Ross, and I thought, we haven't done that scene yet. Let's do that one.
Good heavens! Are you still trying to win? You got an overdeveloped sense of vengeance. It's going to get you into trouble one day.
Oh God, Bob Ross is an Eagle Montoya. This is gonna be good.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that!
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
No.
Offer me money.
Yes.
Power 2. Promise me that.
All that I have and more. Please.
Offer me everything I asked for.
Anything that you want.
I want my happy little father back, you son of a bitch.
Bravo!
Oh no. And now I'm dead.
Bernie can't die. He's immortal. Sent from heaven to save us all. Or New Jersey. He sounds like he's from New York or New Jersey. Where is he from?
I don't know.
Vermont. Isn't he from Vermont? He sure doesn't sound like he's from Vermont.
I don't know. He's from the country of little old Jewish man. Next.
Next is a sponsored post from Great. You know, that was already long. Next is a sponsored post from Shay J. Sam B. I keep telling you I'm busy. I do not have time to watch your live streams, honey. Okay. Shay J's sponsored post. Are you wanting me to do that in your sponsored post, Shay J?
A request for you?
No. Wanting me to have you do a scene in the sponsored post. Because they suggested something. I'm so confused. Alright, well, let's start with a scene from... Oh, no, I shouldn't do a scene in case they want that other scene. Okay, so do original G1 Shockwave versus Furry Houndwave. I think. I think is what they wanted. Not a scene, just talking back and forth. I think.
Let's see.
I don't believe that, said Tip plainly. Anybody can make a pun. Not so, rejoined the Wogglebug stiffly. It requires education of a high order. Are you educated, young sir? Not especially, admitted Tip. Then you cannot judge the matter. I myself am thoroughly educated, and I say that puns display genius. For instance, were I to ride upon the sawhorse, he would not only be an animal, he would become an equipage, for he would be a horse and buggy.
Okay. Next.
Barkwave.
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 Houndwave, I think he just did him.
Okay. Conway's Batman.
At this, the Scarecrow gave a gasp, and the Tin Woodman stopped short and looked reproachfully at the Wogglebug. Batman talking about Scarecrow. I love it. At the same time, the Sawhorse loudly snorted his derision, and even the Pumpkinhead put up his hand to hide the smile, which, because it was carved upon his face, he could not change to a frown. Next.
Bat Hound.
But the Wogglebug strutted along as if he had made some brilliant remark, and the Scarecrow was obliged to say, "I have heard, my dear friend, that a person can become overeducated, and although I have a high respect for brains, no matter how they be arranged or classified, I begin to suspect that yours are slightly tangled. In any event, I must beg you to restrain your superior education while in our society."
Next.
Green Goblin.
We are not very particular, added the Tin Woodman, and we are exceedingly kind-hearted. But if your superior culture gets leaky again... He did not complete the sentence, but he twirled his gleaming axe so carelessly that the Wogglebug looked frightened and shrank away to a safe distance.
So they're saying... they're arguing about the intellectual merit of the common pun. And this pisses off the Woodman so much that he has to swing around his axe threateningly. Nice. Thank you, L. Frank Baum.
Green Puplin.
Have I said that I hate all of you yet? Because I hate all of you.
All banned.
You're all banned!
Anybody who makes Transformers jokes is banned.
Or the extended Buddies verse joke. Or jokes of any kind. Green Puplin, really?
The others marched on in silence, and a highly magnified one, after a period of deep thought, said in a humble voice, "I will endeavor to restrain myself." "That is all we can expect," returned the Scarecrow pleasantly, and good nature being thus happily restored to the party, they proceeded upon their way.
How familiar are you with Led Zeppelin?
Not at all.
Okay. Pick something else, Taranga.
Sorry.
Next in JJ's sponsored post are sexy stuff for me that we will sprinkle in amongst other things. When we need it.
Oh dear.
So, from the chat, can you do Max from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Did not see that. Can't do it. Sorry. Next.
Tony from Little Cars.
Tony from Little Cars. Pass. It's been too long.
Eric Estrada.
I'm sorry, baby.
Breaking Little Raven's heart. He was my first ever crush when I was itty bitty. I loved him on Chips.
I'm sorry. And then he...
Don't know why I thought he was so cute, but I named my dog Punch because I could. That's how young I was. I couldn't pronounce Punch.
I'm so sorry.
I had such a crush, I named my dog after him. I was little.
And that's adorable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But Eric Estrada. When they again stopped to allow Tip to rest, the boy, being the only one that seemed to tire, the Tin Woodman noticed many small round holes in the grassy meadow. "This must be a village of field mice," he said to the Scarecrow. "I wonder if my old friend, the Queen of Mice, is in the neighborhood." There she is! Come on, that was perfect.
Tom Jackson sponsored a post to tell me that my family approved thing is cute.
And you are.
Is the family approved?
And you are never gonna live it down.
Family approved. He made me do that.
So many takes, and it was beautiful.
Awful. Awful is the word you're looking for. Okay. So that was from the chat. So next is the sponsored post. Grace would like you to do Agent PUP from Spy Buddies.
Agent PUP. Because that's gotta be a thing now, doesn't it? There needs to be a direct crossover between the Buddies films and the Pupstar films. And sure, make it a movie where the dogs are secret agents. Why not? It's the perfect crossover!
Therapod sponsored a post to say movie review buddies and purge buddies.
Purge buddies? That'd be amazing.
Review movies.
No review buddies, no review buddies, no!
Review buddies.
No!
Okay, carry on.
I want to see Purge buddies though, that'd be awesome.
Terrifying.
But okay. Special Agent PUP in Spy Buddies! Ugh. Let's see. Ah, there it was. If she is, she may be of great service to us, answered the Scarecrow, who was impressed by a sudden thought. See if you can call her, my dear Nick. So the Tin Woodman blew a shrill note upon a silver whistle that hung around his neck, and presently a tiny gray mouse popped from a nearby hole and advanced fearlessly towards them. For the Tin Woodman had once saved her life, and the Queen of the Field Mice knew he was to be trusted. What are you giggling at?
First says Nightmare on Buddy Street.
No! That lesson's about all the buddies getting horribly slaughtered. Can that be what the story is?
I don't see why not.
Thank you, that'd be wonderful. Yay, the buddies are getting horribly slaughtered. But, what do we have next?
Okay. What did you just do? PUP.
Yes.
Agent PUP.
Agent PUP. Because why not? He was such a good singer.
Alright. Gabe, who has to go to bed, is re-sponsoring the post, so let's go ahead and do his.
Okay.
Sorry to have to make it do it twice. I don't know why I didn't see it before. Because I was freezing and my computer was having a hissy fit.
Raven
And
was
Bob had
frozen today!
Bob had a gazillion windows open, making Skype lag. Alright.
It should have been fine.
The post from Gabe is Jafar as a snake and a genie. The beginning. First one.
Good day, your majesty, said Nick, politely addressing the mouse. I trust you are enjoying good wealth.
Thank you. I am quite well, answered the
Queen. Sounds like Frank Nelson. Demurely, as she sat up and displayed the tiny golden crown upon her head. Can I do anything to assist my old friends? Next.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Okay, next is Hades calm but then suddenly explodes.
Oh god. You can indeed, replied the Scarecrow. Let me, I entreat you, take a dozen of your subjects with me to the Emerald City. Will they be injured in any way? Asked the Queen doubtfully. I think not, replied the Scarecrow. I will carry them hidden in the straw which stuffs my body. And when I give them the signal, by unbuttoning my jacket, they have only to rush out and scamper home again as fast as they can!
Next is
Thirsty.
Scar, singing and jolly, but then he snaps.
By doing this, they will assist me to regain my throne, which the army of revolt has taken from me. In that case, said the queen, I will not refuse a request. Whenever you're ready, I will call 12 of your most intelligent subjects. I'm ready now, returned the Scarecrow. Then he lay flat upon the ground and unbuttoned his jacket. That sounds so weird, I'm sorry.
That was terrible.
Yes, it was. Thanks, Gabe, for making me terrible. Next.
And finally, Kevin Conroy's Batman, Romantic.
Oh, wow. Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Oh, and I'm
Romantic.
sorry, you have to end with Sarabi.
Salabi!
But they know I like that. They requested it.
Yes, they do.
If he ever talked to me like that for real, I'd probably just smack him. Probably not.
I am 10 times the king Mufasa was! And you just take it. Kevin Conroy's Batman Romantic. Oh boy.
Sean Bateman just suggested Phalis is cool cat. You should have been here earlier. He's already done it. You missed it.
Seriously?
2 separate people. One here. Phalis is cool cat.
What the hell?
Somebody sponsor a post. We'll make him do it again.
Oh god, no. Don't make me do Phalis twice. I feel terrible.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. Romantic Conway Batman.
Romantic Conway Batman. Or Conway Batman, not Conway, not Tim Conway's Batman.
That would not be romantic.
The Queen uttered a little piping call, and in an instant, a dozen pretty field mice had emerged from their holes and stood before their ruler, awaiting her orders. What the Queen said to them, none of our travelers could understand, for it was in the mouse language, but the field mice obeyed without hesitation, running one after the other into the Scarecrow and hiding themselves in the straw of his breast. How was that, Romantic Conroy Batman?
I guess it was good. Alright, now Stephen Colbert's getting on my nerves. Pop-ups. Stop it.
Turn off notifications. What do we have next?
Okay. Next is from the chat.
Oh, and by the way, bye Gabe, have a good night.
Yes. Let's have Pennywise as performed by Herbert the Pervert.
Oh, God.
This is terrifying.
Yes, it is. When all 12 mice thus concealed themselves, the Scarecrow unbuttoned his jacket securely, and then arose and thanked the Queen for her kindness. One thing you might do to serve us, suggested the Tin Woodman, and that is to run ahead and show us the way to the Emerald City. For some enemy is evidently trying to prevent us from reaching it.
Oh no, I didn't write it down. Oh yes, okay, there it was. That was got it.
Hi there, Georgie. Want a balloon?
A durable nurse said something.
What is that?
Hey, you kids want to come down the sewer?
Ow!
Ew. Cool Cats the musical. Home Cruise just suggested. Cool Cat the musical. No! No!
We don't need Cool Cat running around naked. It's we can keep him in shorts. That's fine. So what do we have next after Herbert's Pennywise?
Oh my goodness! Sponsored post from Diablo,
Uh-oh.
and he's banned.
Why is he banned?
A French Donald Trump. Blech.
I will do that gladly, returned the Queen. Are you ready? The Tin Woodman looked at Tip. I'm rested, said the boy. Let us start. Then they resumed their journey. The little grey queen of the field mice running swiftly ahead, and then pausing until the travelers drew near. In a way she would dart again. We are going to make France so great.
Oh.
You're going to be, how you say, tired of winning.
Next.
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
It's the ones that I like are Jack Sparrow, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Barbossa,
Yes.
and who's the other one?
Will Turner.
No.
I don't know who then.
Who's the tentacle guy?
Oh, Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. Yeah. Okay. So I am taking Shay J
He went all
to
tentacly.
to rinse our palates, cleanse our palates after French Trump. I am taking with one of Shay J's suggestions and Davy Jones. So it will be Barbossa and Davy Jones in the scene from The Killing Joke.
I'll go whip that up here. As Davy Jones fires his blunderbuss at Barbossa.
God damn it. It's empty. Well, what are you waiting for? I shot a defenseless girl. I terrorized an old man. Why don't you kick the hell out of me and get your standing ovation? Because I don't like... because I'm doing this one by the book. And because I don't want to. Do you understand? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want either of us to end up killing the other. But we're both running out of alternatives. And we both know it. Maybe it all hinges on tonight. Maybe this is our last chance to sort this out. If you don't take it, then we're locked into a suicide course. Both of us to the death. It doesn't have to end like that. I don't know what it was that bent your life out of shape. But who knows? Maybe I've been there too. Maybe I can help. We could work together. I could rehabilitate you. You needn't be out there on the edge anymore. You needn't be alone. We don't have to kill each other. What do you say? No. I'm sorry, but no. It's far too late for that. Far too late. You know, this reminds me of a joke. See, there were these two guys in a lunatic asylum. One night they decide they don't like living in an asylum anymore, so they decide they're going to escape. So they go up to the roof, and just across this narrow gap, they see the rooftops across town, stretching away into the moonlight, stretching away to freedom. Now this first guy, he jumps straight across, no problem. But his friend daren't make the leap. You see, he's afraid of falling. So then the first guy has an idea. He says, I'll have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings. You can walk along the beam and join me.
But the second guy just shakes his head. He says, "What do you think I am, crazy? You turned it off when I was halfway across."
Very good. That's a long scene.
It's a little bit longer than I thought it would be. Sorry about that.
But that's good. Very good.
And
Okay.
and that was the one joke that actually got Batman to laugh, which was creepy as hell.
Oh God, adorable nurse. Trump buddies, fun in the White House. No.
I already made this joke, but I got thrown out there anyway.
We're going to build a kennel and make the cats pay for it.
We're gonna have to put that one down like Old Yeller.
Oh, boo!
Alright, next is Raven McBain's sponsored post.
Hooray!
Beginning with Hyper Jar Jar.
Hyper Jar Jar. Oh,
Hyper
God.
Jar Jar.
You're welcome, baby.
Without this ordinary guide, the Scarecrow and his comrades might never have gained the Emerald City, for many were obstacles thrown into their way by the arts of old Mombi. Yet not one of the obstacles really existed, already cleverly contrived depictions.
Next.
Next is in that sponsored post, Catcula. And I'm putting a scene together from 2 different voice suggestions after we're done with the sponsored post.
Oh, Lord.
For when they came to the banks of a rushing river that threatened to bar their way, the little queen kept steadily on, passing through the seeming flood in safety. And the travelers followed her without encountering a single drop of water. Meow meow.
Meow meow.
It's always got to go back to
I
that.
love the meow meow.
That, Meowgatron.
Next is Bark Bosa.
Bark Bosa. Ugh. Why?
Again, a high wall of granite towered high above their heads and opposed their advance. But the grey field mouse walked straight through it, and the others did the same, the wall melting into mist as they passed it. Afterward, when they had stopped for a moment to allow Tip to rest, they saw 40 roads branching off from their feet in 40 different directions. And soon these 40 roads began whirling around like a mighty wheel, first in one direction, then in the other, completely bewildering their vision.
Wow, Mommy knows some serious magic. Next.
And finally, Siri Bubbled.
Siri bubbled. What the hell?
From the mind of Raven McBain.
But the queen called for them to follow her and darted, that's a funny word, darted off in a straight line, and when they had gone a few paces, the whirling pathways vanished and were seen no more. Mombi's last trick was the most fearful of all. She sent a sheet of crackling flame rushing over the meadow to consume them, and for the first time, the Scarecrow became afraid and turned to fly. Scarecrows cannot fly, you dumbass.
Taranka, your sponsored post will be next, so I need you to at me with your suggestion, because he doesn't know Led Zeppelin songs.
Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so I am taking a couple of voice suggestions and putting them together in a scene. I want to hear Woody and Buzz, You Are a Toy, but with Harley Quinn versus Eartha Kitt's Catwoman.
Oh, God. Pardon me a moment. There it is.
According to my navicomputer, the... Shut up! Just shut up, you idiot! Harley, this is not time to panic. This is the perfect time to panic! I'm lost! Mr. J is gone! They gotta move out of the house in 2 days and it's all your fault! My fault? If you hadn't pushed me out of that window in the first place... Oh, yeah! Well, if you hadn't stood up in your stupid little cardboard cat box and taken away everything that was important to me! Don't talk to me about importance. Because of you, the security of this entire universe is in jeopardy. What? What are you talking about? Right now, poised at the edge of the galaxy, Emperor Zurg has been secretly building a weapon with the destructive capacity to annihilate an entire planet. I alone have information that reveals his weapons.
Oh dear, she left us. We did it! And ahead of schedule, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. We love you. Yep, she left us because she has to go pee. Bravo Bob says, Sean Bateman, thank you. It's just not a proper stream if I don't make her leave. And yes, as Grace is suggesting, there was a little stream that fled into a river. Oh, I gotta make that graphic next, too. Super Disney fan says that he can't be here next week, so I just took a screen grab of your suggestions here. I will relay those to Raven as soon as she gets back. So, yes. I'm sorry, baby. We love you. And no, 101 buddies. No, not happening. No. Couldn't be that many. Sorry, for a second there, I was wondering, between all of the various Buddies movies, how many Buddies in total are there? But then we have, no, only 4 Buddies. No, 5? 5 Buddies per movies, yes. There couldn't possibly be more than 20 Buddies movies to make 101 Buddies out there, no. You're welcome, Disney fan. Let's see. Inaccio's third studio is asking, can I do a review of Inacio Studios? I don't know. We'll have to give them a look-see, I suppose. Sleeping Buddies. Ugh. The League of Extraordinary Buddies. Stop with the Buddies movies! There are too many! Ugh. Kitty Buddies in Night at the Meowseum. Ah! Damn it, Quentin! That sounds like a good match. Snow White and the 7 Buddies. No! No! Stop it, please. And Popeye and Bluto in the Woody and Buzz scene. Oh, God. Bark Hero 6, yes. Rumpelstiltskin's. Jesus. Is anyone else's stream repeating as Adorable Nurse? I don't think so. I think everyone is just making the same suggestions over again. Maybe. I don't know. Although it does look very familiar here, doesn't it?
It's hot, and I've had a lot of water to drink.
I love you.
No.
It was the "What are you talking about?" wasn't it?
Stop!
I have to pee.
Okay. The next sponsored post is from Taranga.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. We haven't finished that scene yet. What? We haven't?
You didn't have to wait.
Yes, I did.
No.
It is impolite of me to continue on without my lady. I'm sorry, but is that just not true?
I quit.
Please don't.
Where?
Anyway, Eartha Buzzkit was just telling Woody Quinn that.
And you, my friend, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Command. You are a toy! You're the real Catwoman, you're an action figure! You are a Batman's plaything! You are a sad, strange little woman, and you have my pity. Farewell.
Now we're done.
I had it pictured the other way around, but that was amazing.
The other way around with Eartha Kitt losing her cool with Harley. Next time.
I guess I just wanted to hear Eartha Kitt's version of "You Are a Child's Plaything." That's what I was hoping for, but we'll have to wait till it comes up again.
You are a child's plaything.
That's what I was picturing. That's the only reason that I had them switch. Okay, Taranga's sponsored post.
Yes.
Dog show shaking in anger like in the Santa Buddies review, ending with "son of a bite-sized Yorkie."
Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're not there yet. Never mind.
No.
Carry on.
But the Queen called for them to follow her and dart off in a straight line. And when they got a few paces, the whirling pathways vanished and they were seen no more. Son of a bitch! Son of a bite-sized Yorkie!
That was such a good review.
It was, but it suddenly occurs to me that I did that wrong. Excuse me. It's gotta do it with my little friend here. Oh, wrong hand. Gotta do these right-handed here. Son of a bite-sized Yorkie!
Very good, very good.
Thank you. Next.
Next, read as though you are Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Descendant buddies, Grace, really?
Ugh. Mombi's last trick was the most fearful of all. She sent a sheet of crackling flame rushing over Oh wait, I already said this, didn't I? Crap. If that fire reaches me, I'll be gone in no time, said he, trembling until his straw rattled. It's the most dangerous thing I've ever encountered. I'm off too, cried the sawhorse, turning and prancing with agitation, for my wood is so dry that it would burn like kidneys. Is fire dangerous to pumpkins? Asked Jack fearfully. You'll be baked like a tart, and so will I, answered the Wogglebug, getting down on all fours so he could run faster. But the Tin Woodman, having no fear, averted the stampede by a few simple words. Look at the field mouse, he shouted. The fire does not burn her in the least. In fact, it is no fire at all, but only a deception. Look at the field mouse. Raven, look at the field mouse. Raven!
Super Disney fan, have a good vacation, and when you get back, you can have you can put on all the voice suggestions that you want.
Yes,
But the voice suggestions are for people who are in the stream.
Where's
Can't leave it ahead of time.
Oh, can't do that?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to keep up with that for next week.
Well, I took a screenshot of the suggestions. No? Don't want to hang on to those?
Let's keep the suggestions for the people that are able to attend the stream.
Yes. I'm going to continue to hang on to those suggestions that you left, Super Disney fan, for the next stream that you're attending. That makes sense. But, where are they going? They said they were...
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Nice. They said they weren't going to be here next week.
Their family members, it looked like.
Very cool. Yes, we will save those suggestions for the next stream that you're attending. There we go. Because you don't want to miss those.
Exactly.
Next.
Next is Theropod Hunter. You sponsored your post, but I didn't get a voice suggestion.
Uh-oh.
So let me know the voice suggestion.
Yes, at random.
That was just to say review buddies and purge buddies. So the next sponsored post, then we'll skip over Theropod until I get the answer, is Grace, who sponsored a post to say 101 buddies, Beauty and the Buddies New Groove, the Buddies of Notre Dame, the God Buddies, Snow White and the Seven Buddies. And the voice suggestion is B-Dog.
Just want to make sure that I'm nice and pissed off with all of these different buddy titles, don't you?
Exactly. I get it.
Let's see. Indeed, to watch the little queen march calmly through the advancing flames restored courage to every member of the party, yo! And they followed her without even being scorched. This is surely a most extraordinary adventure, dog, said the Wogglebug, who was greatly amazed, for it upsets all the natural laws that I heard Professor Know-It-All teach in the schoolhouse. Yeah, like you actually went to school. Next.
From the chat, we would like to hear you read as Darth Vader, being performed by Jar Jar Binks.
God.
Annie! Where's the Annie?
Oh, I'm afraid in your rage you killed him.
No, that's impossible!
Ugh. Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar!
Of course it does, said the Scarecrow wisely. All magic is unnatural, and for that reason it is to be feared and avoided.
I sound like a Skexel who was dropped on his head.
But I see before us the gates of the Emerald City. So I imagined...
But Misa, imagine we now have overcome all the magical obstacles that seem to oppose us. I'm making the breathing noise.
Next.
That was a good suggestion from the chat, guys.
That was a horrible suggestion.
Taranga's sponsored post. They would like Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter. Nice and simple. And this will be the final voice of this chapter before moving on to number 15.
That was Taranga, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. No, this is Theropod Hunter. Theropod Hunter's sponsored post. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Indeed, the walls of the city were plainly visible, and the Queen of the Field Mice, who had guided them so faithfully, came near to bid them goodbye. We are very grateful to your majesty for your kind assistance, said the Tin Woodman, bowing before the pretty creature. I am always pleased to be of service to my friends, answered the Queen, and in a flash she had darted away upon her journey home.
Sith Jar Jar makes so much sense. Y'all are being mean to Jar Jar.
Sorry, but it does.
No. This is why I don't like Star Wars. Mean to Jar Jar.
Well, it's either Jar Jar is actually an evil Sith Lord in disguise who orchestrated the fall of the Republic, or he's an idiot who led to the fall of the Republic. Take your pick. Who do we have next?
I have lost the scene suggestion. So I will make one up.
Uh-oh.
Or no, I'm not making this one up. This was suggested earlier. The Highmark scene between Glinda the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, that's good. Just a moment while I whip up the chat or the script here.
Samantha B, I will watch your show on replay. I'm a little busy for you right now. Stop bugging me.
Anyway.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hello, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She says that I hit her.
What? Well, did you?
No, it's not true. Don't even ask. What's new with you?
I'm just sitting here thinking, you know. I've got a question for you.
Yeah?
You think girls like to cheat like guys do?
What makes you say that?
I don't know, I'm just thinking.
I don't have to worry about that because Lisa is loyal to me.
Yeah, man, you never know. People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
What's a story, Mark?
Oh my god.
If you didn't have to pee already, then that would do it.
That would have done it, I really think. That and not having to try to find a pin, because I work for this show called Bobsheaux, and they won't even buy me pins or a printer or anything to help with these live streams.
You didn't ask for new pins, now did you?
I didn't ask for what?
You didn't ask for any pins, did you?
Yes, I did. I talked to you about it. I showed you the pins that I wanted.
I don't think you did.
Remember the Bic XL for my carpal tunnel syndrome? But I had the Ability grip, so I was just going to get regular pins and use an Ability grip. We had this conversation.
We have this conversation, pardon me. You say, I showed you this. That puts in my mind, you showed me this link to these very particular pins you wanted. That you did not do. But yes, we did have this conversation now that you bring that up.
No.
What?
take it upon yourself to make sure I had something to write with for the live stream I'm moderating for you.
I love you, and you're such a trooper, and I can't do this without you. Please don't quit.
I don't know.
Please, no.
Probably.
No, don't leave me.
Nah, that doesn't work. That just makes me feel guilty.
In the doghouse. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Can you forgive me?
maybe.
I'll make it up to you after this stream. Next stream will be more prepared. Maybe.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's not leaving me. Hooray!
Yet.
Oh. Why, Raven? Why? Why did you leave me?
Alright, from the chat,
Yes.
this suggestion is Bob Dylan performing as Mark Hamill's the Joker.
What?
I don't know. Let's hear Bob Dylan as the Joker. Not even Mark Hamill, just the Joker. Joker of your choice.
Yes. By the way, we're beginning with Chapter 15, the final chapter
Man,
of
you're
this.
sick, man.
Huh?
It is sick.
Can I ask what he said?
No.
No.
You have to wait.
You are writing it down, though.
It's a sponsored post. Sponsoring his sickness.
Thank you, Ben. But anyway, Chapter 15, The Prisoners of the Queen. Beginning with Bob Dylan's Joker.
Approaching the gateway of the Emerald City, the travelers found it guarded by two girls of the Army of Revolt, who opposed their entrance by drawing the knitting needles from their hair and threatening to prod the first thing that came near. And this is starting to sound more like Barney, isn't it?
That was awful. Next.
I saw that voice suggestion and I am filing it away into something to Frankenstein together for a scene. That's too good. Okay. What was that you just did?
Bob Dylan's Joker.
Okay, so next is a sponsored pose from Invader Scooge.
Scooge?
Cool Cat as performed by Donald Trump.
Now, see, I think it was a week or two ago you said no to Trump. Now it's coming back in full force.
Donald
Trump doing Cool Cat.
But the Tin Woodsman was not afraid, and the worst they can't but scratch my beautiful nickel plate, he said. But there will be no worst, for I think I can manage to frighten these absurd soldiers very easily. Follow me closely, all of you.
Oh my god.
Then swinging his axe in a great circle to right and left before him, he advanced upon the gate, and the others followed him without hesitation. And it was exquisite.
Oh,
Next.
Captain Jack Sparrow, save me.
The girls, who had expected no resistance whatever, were terrified by the sweep of the glittering axe and fled screaming into the city, so that our travelers passed the gates in safety and marched toward the green marble pavement of the wide street toward the royal palace. At this rate, we will soon have your majesty upon the throne again, said the Tin Woodman, laughing at his easy conquest of the gods. You're welcome.
That was better. Thank you.
What do we have next?
So that was yeah. Okay, from the chat, let's have Happy Schloofy.
Ew, that's just wrong.
Isn't it though?
Thank you, Fred Nick, returned the Scarecrow gratefully. Nothing can resist your kind heart and your sharp axe. As they passed the row of houses, they saw the open doors that the men were sweeping and dusting and washing dishes, while the women sat around in groups gossiping and laughing. What has happened? The Scarecrow asked the sad-looking man with the bushy beard, who wore an apron and was wheeling a baby carriage along the sidewalk. I'm sorry, but I'm very emotional. And even happy things just make me so happy.
Okay.
Happy birthday to me.
No.
Next.
Sponsored post from Diablo. He sponsored a post to say Buddies and the Lost Dog Bone.
What?
And also, can you do Ferris Bueller?
I cannot. Pass.
Can you do the teacher in Ferris Bueller?
That I could do.
If you want something else, Diablo, just let me know.
Yes. Why, we've had a revolution, Your Majesty. As you ought to know very well, replied the man. And since you went away, the women have been running things to suit themselves. I'm glad you have decided to come back and restore order, for doing housework and minding the children is wearing out the strength of every man in the Emerald City. Wow.
Okay.
What do we have next?
We need a scene. We're going to do the I am your father scene. Let's get something really silly.
Oh dear. A brief little glance in chat and I see so many different suggestions for Trump.
I know, I'm ignoring them all. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I am your father between David Bowie and Lucas the Spider.
What? You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you, Lucas. You do not realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
No.
Oh, Lucas is Luke.
Too cute.
And he lost one of his pedipalps. Yes! He's fighting this giant David Bowie with this little tiny lightsaber in his face, and then
That's awful.
Yes, it is.
Alright, sponsored post from Ben.
Hooray!
Bobby Wobbly on fire.
What?
I told you he was sick. Damn, Ben.
said the Scarecrow thoughtfully. If it is such hard work to, as you say, how did the women manage it so easily? I do not know, replied the man with a deep sigh. Perhaps the women are made of cast iron! No movement was made as they passed along the street to oppose their progress. Several of the women stopped their gossip long enough to cast curious looks upon her friends, but immediately they turned away with a laugh or a stare and resumed their chatter. Stop laughing! I'm on fire, you bitches!
That's awful. You're the worst.
Thank you, Ben. Oh, that was glorious.
No. Okay. The next voice is from the chat.
Yes.
I'm only modifying it a teeny bit.
Okay.
Jim Carrey becoming a Disney princess.
That was all the rage last week, wasn't it? And when they met with several girls belonging to the Army of Revolt, those soldiers, instead of being alarmed or appearing surprised, really stepped out of the way and allowed them to advance without protest. This action rendered the Scarecrow uneasy. I'm afraid we are walking into a trap, said he. Nonsense, returned Nick Chopper confidently. The silly creatures are conquered easily. But the Scarecrow shook his head in a way that expressed doubt, and Tip said, It's too easy altogether. Look out for trouble ahead. Oh, wait then.
That was the perfect ending.
Thank you.
Too good.
Next.
Next is a sponsored post from Mario Fan who would like to hear your impression of my sexy voice. No pressure.
No pressure, not at all. I will, returned His Majesty. Unopposed, they reached the royal palace and marched up the marble steps, which had been thickly encrusted with emeralds, but were now filled with tiny holes where the jewels had been ruthlessly torn from their settings by the army of revolt, and so far not a rebel barred their way. Through the arched hallways and into the magnificent throne room marched the Tin Woodman and his followers, and here, when the green silken curtains fell behind them, they saw a curious sight.
Not bad. A for effort, definitely.
Although, can hardly hold a candle to my frozen raven.
Your frozen raven.
Yep. Again, she was frozen today. I'm sorry. Restart next time. Restart. And she's back.
I did restart.
Yes, I'm saying that to me. I gotta restart too.
Oh.
Because this is ridiculous. But yes, sexy Raven coming from not sexy Rob. Next.
Next from the chat. Let's have... Here's a good one. Nicolas Cage.
Oh my.
From the Transformers Extended Universe.
Uh-huh. Ugh. Why? Seated within the glittering throne was General Ginger, with Scarecrow's second best crown upon her head, and the royal scepter in her right hand. A box of caramels from which she was eating rested in her lap, and the girl seemed entirely at ease in her royal surroundings. She's scratching at the door! Let me in, 'cause I'm a dog! I'm sorry, that was awful. Next!
That's terrible.
It was, yes.
Sponsored post from Grace, and I am going to leave while you do it.
Gonna leave?
Yes, I'm going to leave while you do it.
Why is
Grace
that?
has a dentist appointment tomorrow, so would like you to do Cool Cat at the dentist.
Ah.
I will be back.
Very good.
The Scarecrow stepped forward and confronted her, while the Tin Woodman leaned upon his axe, and the others formed a half-circle right at His Majesty's person. How dare you say that I wrong? Demanded the Scarecrow sternly. I need to ask. Don't you know you're guilty of treason? And that is against treason. The throne belongs to whoever's able to take it, you see? It entered Ginger as he slowly ate another caramel. I'm taking it, and you see, it must be punished by the law you have just mentioned.
And we are done with that. I need to let Raven know that we're finished. Oh, and
I didn't go anywhere. I was just making it so I wasn't listening.
but you were able to see. Okay, good.
Yes.
And what do we have next?
Next is Hans my Hedgehog.
I will make this a double feature and do both Hans the Hedgehogs.
Oh God.
This view of the case puzzled the Scarecrow. How is it, friend Nick, he asked, turning to the Tin Woodman.
Why, when it comes to law, I have nothing to say. Answer that personage. For laws were never meant to be understood, and it is foolish to make the attempt. Then what shall we do? Asked the Scarecrow in dismay. I'm a sexy hedgehog, I am. Oi.
Okay, so we have a sponsored post from Archer Slam Bam. We would like the Luke, I am your father scene. And the voices are Mark Hamill's Joker talking to Leto's Joker.
You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. You do not yet realize your importance. You have only just begun to discover your power.
Ooh, this is actually kind of creepy. The original Joker, the real Joker, is trying to seduce this other Joker to become more Jokery. Let's see.
Join me and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you. If you only knew the power of the funny side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No. I'm your father, you twit.
No. That's not true! That's impossible!
Get used to it, kiddo.
Thank you.
Very good.
Had to borrow that little bit from Mark Hamill actually doing that bit.
Alright, let's have from the chat that I've seen in various moments.
Uh-oh.
We're Frankensteining it together. We'd like to see the room scene between Shaggy and Scooby. Scooby should play Johnny, please.
Scooby is Johnny, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, let's have from the chat that I've seen in various moments. We're Frankensteining it together. We'd like to see the room scene between Shaggy and Scooby. Scooby should play Johnny, please. Yes.
Scooby is Johnny, okay.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Like, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She says that I hit her.
What? Well, did you?
No, it's not true. Don't even ask. What's new with you?
Well, like, I'm just sitting up here thinking, you know, I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Do you need a minute? Like, do you think the girls like to cheat like guys do?
What makes you say that?
I don't know, like, I'm just thinking.
I don't have to worry about that because Velma is loyal to me. Whoa.
Oh,
Archer Slam Man says, by the way, Shaggy, wait, hold on. By the way, Reggie.
By the way, Shaggy, how's your sex life?
Sorry, you froze again.
Oh. Am I back?
You're getting there, I'm sure.
Come
And there
on.
she is. Yes, she is. Let's see. Yeah, man, like, you never know. People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl, she had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up at a hospital on Carmelo Street. What a story, Mark. This is horrible.
Oh, I forgot part of Archer's last sponsored post. He's the one that did Hamill's Joker and Leto's Joker.
Oh, yes?
He would also like you to do Chef from South Park.
Okay, continuing on with Chef. Where was I? Yes.
Then what shall we do?
Surprisingly more emotion than the actual movie.
What?
On the last scene you did, Kristen says, surprisingly more emotion than the actual movie.
What a funny comment, Krista.
Then what shall we do? Asked the Scarecrow dismay. Why don't you marry the Queen, and then you can both rule, suggested the Wogglebug. Ginger glared at the insect fiercely. Why don't you go and send her back to her mother where she belongs, children? Asked Jack the Pumpkinhead.
Yes, more water. We need that. Thank you.
Ginger frowned. Why don't you shut her up in a closet until she behaves herself and promises to be good? Inquired Chip. Ginger's lip curled scornfully.
Next.
All right. We would like a sponsored post from Shay J. The Princess Bride scene with Optimus Prime and Megatron.
That's right. He wanted to see that before, didn't he?
We're not going to get to any Grimm's fairy tales tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
It's not looking like
Between
it, no.
us being late and all the extra scenes, we're gonna have to do next time, if we can come up with a way to do it, we will do Mad Libs, because someone else requested Mad Libs. We'll do Mad Libs and movie scenes instead of reading from
Grimm.
Grimm. Instead of reading.
Oh,
Just
okay.
do Mad Libs and movie scenes.
That'd be a good way of doing it.
What do you think about that? You want us to try to work that out?
Yeah,
next
yeah,
week?
yeah,
Mad
that's-
Libs and movie scenes?
Yeah, let's work out a system where we can just, immediately dive right into that as opposed to, taking the time each stream to figure out what we're going to do. But, yeah. Let's see. Optimus and Megatron. And the climactic scene at the end of Princess Bride. Good heavens! Are you still trying to win? You've got an overdeveloped sense of vengeance, Prime. It's going to get you into trouble someday.
Hello, my name is Optimus Prime. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Give me your face.
Give me your face. There you go. Thank you. Hello. My name is Optimus Prime. You killed my father. Give me your face. Hello. My name is Optimus Prime. You killed my father. You die. As he tears out his heart. Oh my god. Stop saying that. Hello, my name is Optimus Prime. You killed my father. Prepare to die. No. Offer me money. Yes. Power 2. Promise me that. Yes. All that I have and more. Please, show mercy, Optimus Prime. Offer everything I ask for.
Oh, and why?
I'll ask when I'm done.
Offer me everything I ask for. Anything you want. I want my father back, you son of a bitch. Zoom.
Blows his head clean off. And what did Colin suggest that makes you go bleh? Yes?
The sponsored post is not time.
Sponsored post what?
The sponsored post is not time yet. Just did the sponsored post.
Okay, so we are moving on to a chat request then.
Yes, chat request. Oh, it's a Rip Your Heart Out. This was from a while back, but I remember seeing it. Grandma Coco.
Oh dear. Getting back to where it was. Ah, there it is.
Or give her a good shaking, added the sawhorse. No sedating woman. We must treat the poor girl with gentleness. Let us give her all the jewels she can carry and send her away happy and contented. Oh, I am with you the only way that I can be until you're in my arms again. Remember
A dry in the house.
Taranga, I didn't see a sponsored post from you, and so I don't know if it was too racy or not. Could you don't have to sponsor it again. Just at me with the suggestion. I missed it.
Yes.
Yes.
But yes, there's Mama Coco. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, that's okay.
What do we got next?
The one that got Colin banned and me to quit.
Uh-huh.
Pee-wee,
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert Godfrey, Donald Trump, and the Ice Cream Bunny all fighting over me. I've tried to be nice to you. Put up with your shit. Now you are banned for life.
Now see, baby, this is why we don't have dinner before these streams. I don't want you vomiting all over the place, you understand? You're welcome.
Fair point.
What?
Fair point.
At this, Queen Judgment laughed out loud, and next minute clapped her pretty hands together thrice, as if on a signal!
You are very absurd creature, said she, and I'm tired of your nonsense, and I have no time to bother with you any longer.
While the monarch and his friends listened in amazement to his impudent speech, a startling thing happened. No, you be quiet. I'm trying to steal Raven here. The Tin Woodsman's axe was snatched from his grasp by some person behind him, and he found himself disarmed and helpless. No, I'm talking your fake news.
Sorry, I forgot. What was the last one?
The ice cream bunny.
At that same instant, a shout of laughter rang in the ears of the devoted band, and turned to see whence they found themselves surrounded by the army of revolt, and the girls bearing entirely in their hand their glistening knitting needles.
The entire throne room seemed to be filled with the rebels!
Different boys.
And the Scarecrow and his comrades realized they were prisoners!
And they all want you.
Lucky me. Calling your band forever, life, forever. Band. On your house.
We love you, Colin. Next.
Okay, I missed a sponsored post from Taranga.
Uh-oh.
They say, let's try Zuzi Love, reading the next passage in the language of cow, the translating to English.
Ugh.
I don't understand it.
I'm thinking there's just going to be some random reading in her voice with a few mooey moos thrown in for good measure.
Ooh. Who is Zuzi Love?
She's the one who can talk to any animal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that bullshit. So very clever, right?
Good gracious.
You see how foolish it is to oppose a woman's wit, said Ginger gaily.
To oppose a woman's wit, you just pulled out a couple of knitting needles. It's not especially witty.
And this event only proves that I am more fit to rule the Emerald City than a scarecrow. Moo 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 moo.
I love you.
And you thought that was racy, Taranga?
Good question.
That can't have been what you originally suggested.
Maybe not, no.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just racy because of the way that Milky Marvin always talks about milkshakes. Oh!
No one asked you to do that. No one told you to do that.
No, that was just me giving my own
Stop
input
improvising.
on the situation. Oh! My milkshake brings the boys to the yard.
But yes, what do we have next?
Alright, I'm taking some chat voices and putting them in a scene. The Woody and Buzz scene, please.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites, by the way. Just pointing in. Okay, we got Will Smith as Woody. Versus Unikitty as Buzz.
Dude, shut up! Just shut up, you idiot!
Sheriff, this is no time to panic.
Bitch, this is the perfect time to panic! I'm lost, Carlton is gone! You gotta move out of Bel Air in 2 days and it's all your fault!
My fault?
to in the first place. Oh, yeah? Well, if you hadn't showed up in your dumbass little cardboard spaceship and taken away everything that was important to me.
Don't talk to me about importance, because if you, this entire universe is in jeopardy.
What? What are you talking about?
Right now, poised at the edge of the galaxy, Emperor Zurg has been secretly building a weapon with the destruction capacity to annihilate an entire planet. I alone have information that reveals his weapon's only weakness. And you, my friend, are responsible for delaying my ready with Star Command!
You are a toy! You're not the real Unikitty, you're a bunch of Legos! Bitch, you are a child's plaything!
You are a sad, strange little man.
That was so good. I had no idea those were going to work so well together.
Apparently they do!
A bunch of Legos.
I have to pee.
You can't use that graphic. I'm still here, buddy.
Yes, but you would be gone if you didn't have to be already.
I've gone to the restroom before. Yes, that would have been the one. Oh my God, my face hurts. This is awful.
Yes, face break. Oh, I love it.
You a bunch of Legos.
I'm lost. Carlton is gone.
It's all good. It's all good. Somebody, when this comes out public, you have to take that one, and make that a clip. We have to be able to see that just by itself. That, and what was the other really good one that you've done? You've done so many good ones. Come on, they're awesome.
Patty and Marcel, I'm your father.
Patty and Marcel, yes. And Hamill's Joker versus Leto Joker. That's really worked, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And Scooby and Shaggy is in the room.
And that reminds me, I did not get around to doing that that Transformers Christmas thing from last week.
Oh, have to do that.
I'm a bad clipper.
You are the worst.
We need a Christmas miracle.
Okay, so what do we got next?
That was one I put together, so the next would be a sponsored post.
Are we going back to Oz or another scene?
Oz.
Going back to Oz.
Yeah, it'll be better next week.
Yes, well, we're a bit more organized.
Just scenes and Mad Libs. We'll figure out a way to do it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this next sponsored post is from Keaton Jones. Sloopy going apeshit due to not being included.
Sloopy will have his revenge!
That is, I'll accept the boy. He belongs to old Mombi and must be restored to her keeping. The rest of you are now human, and therefore you will not be wicked to demolish you. The sawhorse and the pumpkin's body I will have chopped up for kindling wood, and the pumpkin shall be made into tarts. The scarecrow will do nothing as our bonfire, and the tin man can be cut into small pieces and flipped into youths. As for this immense wallabug, I'm the magnified wallabug, if you please. Shut up! I think I will also cook to make green turtle soup out of you, considering the queen reflectively. Ah!
Very good. Next voice, Marvin the Martian.
Oh, that's my Sloopy pillow. But yes, don't piss off the Sloopy. Ugh.
The Wogglebug shuddered. Or, if that won't do, we might have to use you for a Hungarian goulash, stewed and highly spiced, she added cruelly. This program of extermination was so terrible that the prisoners looked upon one another in a panic of fear. The Scarecrow alone did not give way to despair. He stood quietly before the Queen, and his brow was wrinkled in a deep thought as he strove to find some means to escape. Escaping makes me very angry.
Elizabeth, he doesn't do Daffy or Donald Duck as voices, so come up with other voices for your sponsored voice.
I can kind of do Daffy. I gotta practice how to do
Let's just
Donald.
have two different voices. I see. I don't tend to take suggestions for Daffy and for Popeye and Woody Woodpecker and stuff like that because they have a speech impediment. So I don't tend to take those suggestions. I don't know why. It just makes me uncomfortable.
My baby's sensitive.
But anyway, so that was... What did you just do?
That was Marvin the Martian.
Oh, that's right. So the next is a sponsor post. Elizabeth says it was my choice, so I am choosing to have you sing it as Jareth. Lay it on me, baby.
While thus engaged, he felt the straw within. His breast moved gently at once. His expression changed from sadness to joy. Raising his hand, he quickly unbuttoned the front of his jacket. Thank you. Next.
Very, very nice. I approve.
You're welcome. And so are you, ladies and gents.
Next voice is Starfire.
Starfire, pass.
Next voice then is Gus Gus.
This action did not pass unnoticed by the crowd of girls clustering about him, but none of them suspected what he was doing until a tiny gray mouse leapt from his bosom and onto the floor and scampered away between the feet of the army of revolt. Look at the little gray mouse. Another mouse quickly followed, and then another in rapid succession.
I love Gus Gus.
Yes, who only barely talked in the remake. Boo! Next.
Next, we have a scene for a sponsored post from Shay J. The I Am a Toy.
Oh, God. Between whom and whom?
Woody, played by Starscream, Buzz, played by Bumblebee.
According to my navigomputer, that shut up! Just shut up, you idiot! Starscream, this is no time to panic. This is the perfect time to panic! I'm lost! Megatron is gone! They're gonna move out of the base in 2 days, and it's all your fault! My fault? If you hadn't pushed me out of the Ark in the first place, oh yeah, what if you hadn't showed up when your stupid little cardboard spaceman had taken away everything that was important to me? Don't talk to me about importance, because I view the security of this entire universe as in jeopardy. What? What are you talking about? Right now, poised at the edge of the galaxy, Megatron is secretly building a weapon with the destructive capacity to annihilate an entire planet. I alone have information that reveals his weapon's only weakness. And you, my friend, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with the Autobots. You are a toy! You're not the real Bumblebee! You're a Transformers figure! You are a child's plaything! You are a sad, strange little man.
Yay!
Now I can totally see that. Just a couple of little Transformers action figures arguing about it.
We need someone to do a stop motion animation thing with those two Transformers with that voice. Those voices. Oh, so many clips from this.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Breathe, baby, breathe.
Thank you, JJ. From the chat,
So, but
Magra from Sheep and Wolves.
who from Sheep and Wolves?
Magra?
I don't remember who that is, actually.
Is that the magic woman?
No, that was Meme!
Do her.
Yes, I will have to revisit that movie so I can remember all the different voices and such. But yes, we will do a we will compromise with Meme. And suddenly, such a scream of terror went up from the army that it might easily have filled the stoutest heart with consternation. The flight that it ensued turned into a stampede, and the stampede to a panic. For while the startled mice rushed wildly about the room, the scarecrow had only time to note a whirl of skirts and the twinkling of feet as the girls disappeared from the palace, pushing and crowding to another. Crowding one another in their mad efforts to escape. Ha!
Too good.
Come here, Wolfie boy.
Now we have another sponsored post from Elizabeth for a scene. The high mark scene from the room.
They're loving these movies. I love it. Okay, going to Oh Hi Mark.
Johnny will be played by Mickey Mouse. And Mark will be played by Goofy.
Oh God.
I did not hit her! It's not true! It's bullshit! I did not hit her! I did not!
Mickey Mouse say bullshit. It just comes out very wrong.
Of course it is. That is entirely the point.
I did not! Oh, hi, Goofy!
Oh, hi, Mickey. What's up?
I have a problem with Minnie. She says that I hit her.
What? Well, did you?
No, it's not true. Don't even ask. Haha. What's new with you?
Well, I'm just sitting up here thinking, you know. I got a question for you.
Yeah?
You think girls like to cheat like guys do?
What makes you say that? Haha.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I don't have to worry about that because Minnie's loyal to me. Haha.
Yeah, man. Well, you never know.
Yeah, man.
People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
I want a story, Goofy.
That was terrible.
Oh, hi, Pluto. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Oh my goodness. How far are we from the end of the chapter?
We got one page left. We got about 3 voices.
3 voices, okay, and then we'll do a couple scenes.
Yes.
You're tearing me apart, Minnie. Ha!
Since we started so late because of all the technical difficulties, we'll go till 9.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So the next voice is Michigan J. Frog.
The queen at that first alarm stood up and the cushions of the throne and began to dance frantically upon her tiptoes. Then a mouse ran up the cushions with a terrified leap. Poor Ginger shot up clear over the head of the scarecrow, never pausing in her wild career until she had reached the city gates. That loving rag!
That was good.
Next.
Okay. Let's see. We have not had any Waspinator all night. So let's have Waspinator.
Has Adorable Nurse not been in chat?
She was throwing out some other good suggestions.
So in less time than Waspinator can explain, the throne room was deserted by all save the Scarecrowbot and his friends, and the Wogglebot heaved a deep sigh of relief as he exclaims, "Oh, thank goodness, we are saved!" "For a time, yes," answered the Tin Woodman, "but the enemy will soon return, I feel."
Elizabeth says the ribbit was the perfect addition. To let you know.
Thank you.
And the final voice?
The final voice for this final chapter.
Stanley.
"Let us bar all the entrances to the palace, true believers," said the Scarecrow. "Then we shall have time to think what is best to be done." So all except Jack Pumpkinhead, who was still tied fast to the sawhorse, ran to the various entrances of the royal palace and closed the heavy doors, bolting and locking them securely. Then, knowing that the army of revolt could not batter down the barriers in several days, the adventurers gathered once more in the throne room for a council of war. Excelsior! And that was the 15th chapter of The Marvelous Land of Oz.
Yay! Grace's friend Maya says she loves you.
Ah, I love you too, Maya.
Alright, so we will go through the list and do each scene. So give me some voice suggestions for the Princess Bride duel.
Yes. While I rest my poor vocal cords.
Yes. It's something to drink. You've earned it.
And you froze again.
God.
I'm sorry, baby. This is just so messed up. And she's back. And she's back. Yes. Very good. Alright, so we are doing the Princess Bride scene with who?
Yes. I am getting suggestions for different scenes. So I'm just going to go back to the mini suggestions and close my eyes and point.
Oh no.
The Six-Fingered Man shall be played by
Yes.
the original Beast,
Okay.
and Inigo Montoya will be played by Gandalf.
Good heavens. Are you still trying to win? You've got an overdeveloped sense of vengeance. It's going to get you into trouble someday. Hello, my name is Gandalf. You killed my hobbit. Prepare to die.
Thank you, you shut up, ass.
Hello, my name is Gandalf. You killed my hobbit. You shall not pass. Hello, my name is Gandalf. You killed my hobbit. You shall not pass. Stop saying that. Hello, my name is Gandalf. You killed my hobbit. You shall not pass. No. Offer me money.
Oh, got squeaking.
Sorry.
Offer me money.
Yes.
Power 2, promise me that. All that I have and more. Please. Offer me everything I ask for. Anything you want. I want my hobbit back, you son of a bitch. You fool of a took.
Nobody sneezed, just carry on.
Yes.
Don't worry about anything.
Yes, nobody sneezed. That was just a passing kitten.
Next shall be
Meow.
the I am your father scene.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one. I am your father. Simba and Mufasa.
Of course, this choice is just too obvious, so pardon me while I switch it up a little bit here.
Yeah, that's it.
You are beaten. It's useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed the way that Rafiki did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. You do not realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the Pride Lands. I will never join you. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Rafiki never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough.
He told me you killed him. No, I am your father.
No. That's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
No!
Very good. Now we're at the Woody and Buzz You're a Toy scene.
With who?
Between Shrek and Donkey.
Oh, God. Now, according to my navigator,
Shut it! Just shut up, you wee donkey!
hey, come on, Shrek, there's no time to panic.
This is the perfect time to panic! I'm lost, Fiona is gone!
She's gonna move out of the country in 2 days, and it's all your fault. My fault. My fault. If you hadn't pushed me out of that carriage in the first place.
Oh, eh?
Well, if you hadn't showed up in your stupid little cardboard spaceship and taken away everything that was important to me. Hey, man, don't talk to me about importance. Because of you, the security of this entire universe is in jeopardy.
What? What are you talking about?
I have to pee.
And there it is again.
No! No way! Yes! Yes! We did it 2 in 1 stream! We did it! We got her to leave twice.
Sponsored post from Danny the 2, who just wanted to say, thank you for the content. Thank you for making these streams and all my content what they are. Doing it all for you guys. Woohoo! Yes, Ben, that is a new record. So far, we've only been able to get her to leave twice. But because she left early enough in the stream the first time, that gave her plenty of time to, to rehydrate herself. And, there you go. A Phantom Mongrel. Now this is dog racing. Yes. Raven McBain says water just came out of my nose. I really shouldn't drink and watch these. No, you should not. Because Raven Sr. has shown that the hard way. We get way too much joy. I hate you all, says Raven. We're all banned, every single one of us. We love you at Raven. Oh, we're the worst. No, I'm the worst, actually, because I can't even spell my own girlfriend's name. Apparently there's spaces in between there. Grace Dark says, I'm going to create an animatic with Star Meow and Bumblebee reenacted that you are a toy scene. And that is a wonderful suggestion. Cheats the pimp too. However, because it would take a while to actually find the script there, I'm going to hang on to that for the next stream. So hang on to that, please. Oh, or not hang on to that. Be sure to tune in for that one. But that is a good idea. Thank you. Raven has rage quit. No, come back, Raven. We love you. No, Shay J, I'm afraid that she hates even you two. She hates all of us.
Yes, she does.
Come on, that was amazing!
You might not be able to do the scene that Cheatsy sponsored for, but you can do the Killing Joke scene with those voices.
That is a good idea. Let's do that.
Waspinator
as
Joker.
As Joker. And who as Batman? Who was it? Rat Trap as Batman. But yes, we will do that.
Waspinator is Joker and Rat Trap is Batman.
We will do that next week. Let's see.
Well, what are you waiting for? I shot a defenseless girl. I terrorized an old man. Why don't you kick the hell out of me and get your standing ovation?
Yeah, because I'm doing this one by the book, and because I don't want to. Don't you understand? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want either of us to end up killing the other. But we're both running out of alternatives, and we both know it. Maybe it all hinges on tonight. Maybe this is our last chance to sort this out. If you don't take it, then we're locked onto a suicide course. Both of us, to the death. It doesn't have to end like that. I don't know what it was that bent your wife out of shape, but who knows? Maybe I've been there too. Maybe I can help. We can work together. I can rehabilitate you. You needn't be out there on the edge anymore. You needn't be alone. We don't have to kill each other. What do you say?
No. I'm sorry, but no. It's too late for that. Far too late for Waspinator. You know, this reminds Waspinator of a joke. See, there were these two guys in a lunatic asylum. One night they decide they don't like living at the asylum anymore, and they decide they're going to escape. So, they get up onto the roof, and just across this narrow gap, they see rooftops of the town, stretching away in the moonlight, stretching to freedom. Now, the first guy, he jumps right across and says, no problem. But his friend daren't make the leap. He's afraid of falling. And so the first guy has an idea. He says, hey, I have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings. You can walk across the...
Did not sound like you said flashlight.
Oh my.
you can walk across the beam and join me. But the second guy just shakes his head. He says, what do you think I am, crazy? You just turned it off when I was halfway across. Thank you.
And for the final scene
Yes.
will be the high mark scene from The Room,
Yes.
performed by Jerome and Arthur Fleck.
Oh, wow.
Keaton said it did not sound like Flashlight to them either. So, that's me.
Oh, that is good. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hey, Johnny. What's up? I have a problem with Lisa. She says that I hit her. What? Well, did you? No, it's not true. Don't even ask. What's new with you? Well, I'm just sitting here thinking, I got a question for you. Yeah? Do you think girls like to cheat like guys do? What makes you say that? I don't know, I'm just thinking. I don't have to worry about that because Lisa's loyal to me. Lisa's not real. Yeah, man, you never know. People are strange these days. I used to know a girl. She had like a dozen guys. One of them found out about it. Beat her up so bad that she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street. What a story, Mark!
What a bro.
Yes! That was perfect. Thank you.
Very good. I love the addition of...
Well?
Oh my goodness, you did so good.
Thank
But yes, next week it's going to be Mad Libs and movie scenes.
Yes, we gotta get those, the word lists assembled and sent out ahead of time just so we can jot them down for reading later. But thank you all so much for joining us on this latest chat. We all love you so much. Again, you see me ramble when Raven's had to leave and it's just me talking here or whatever, and it's just no good when it's just me. These are only fun because of you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you do here.
You guys really do make the streams what they are.
Ooh, and Sethunia is just now joining us at the last at the last second. I finally got here so late though. I'm sorry, just as we were about to close up shop too. Hello, Sethunia, I'm sorry.
The live stream will be available this weekend for everybody to see and enjoy.
Yes.
Hopefully you'll be able to make it to next week. We are going to do Mad Libs and movie scenes.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. This has been a blast.
Over the course of the week, if you want to suggest famous movie scenes with two people in them.
Yes, has to be two people. Don't want to run me out.
Yeah. The easiest way to make your suggestion, and don't be upset if we don't take them because we need to have stuff that's, relatively short.
Yes.
But
yes, I'm looking back at that Batman Joker thing. That was a little long.
Two people, send them to Bobsheaux in a tweet on Twitter. Because I have a way that if you tweet to Bobsheaux, I can see it, so I'll make sure he sees it, and we'll take that into consideration.
There we go. Say, Twitter? I'm not very social media savvy, but oh wait, you are. Never mind.
We're trying to encourage you to be more social media savvy.
Get off my lawn, social media!
No.
I'm just a cranky old man.
But again, Send it to Bobsheaux, not to me. Send it to Bobsheaux.
Yes, send it to my Twitter. She will see it. But again, thank you all so much for joining us and for making these streams as amazingly fun as they are. and I do apologize for starting late and the technical difficulties that we've had to put up with for tonight. It's going to be better next week. We're going to be on time, and I'm going to make sure that I restart my computer beforehand, as will Raven, so we don't have to worry about any of that bullcrap later on. But yes, until then, we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.